Here we go from the Coliseum. We have got the Komets and the Kalamazoo Wings. And joining me now, little tardy to the party, Fred Bean, but called him in from the bullpen here tonight with the vacationing Robbie Irons. He makes it just before start time, but that's perfect timing, Fred, because you know what? We got a game here. You made it. We're getting ready to drop the puck. Awesome time.
Komets, it's the only thing that matters, brother, right now. I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to see these boys in action after Tuesday night. Again, getting behind with Indy and then pulling it back out. It was like down 2 goals. We got you right where we want them. So we're getting the offense going. We're going to tighten up the defense a little bit more, and these guys are ready to make a run.
And this is a big week because you got the game yesterday morning. You got the win. You got 2 big divisional games coming up, and we talked to Ben Boudreau. Got to be careful of the trap game. This game here tonight and Wednesday night when you got 2 big rivals coming in on the weekend. So, let's do this here tonight. Opening face-off, set to go. Dylan Ferguson is the starter for the Fort Wayne Komets in goal. Ferguson won 2 straight games. Didn't get to start the last 2 games. Cole Kaler did, but we'll see what Fergie has going here tonight as the puck enters the Komet zone as we're underway here at the Coliseum. Opening puck drop being brought to you by Glenbrook Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Here's Brett McKenzie in the corner. Pitches it up to the blue line. That's going to go all the way into the neutral zone. Now it floats down into the Kalamazoo zone, and Tho goes back behind the net, being chased by Szydlowski, and on the far boards now flipped behind the net. The Wings will chase it, but Brett McKenzie takes it away, comes down in front of Brady Shaw, couldn't quite handle the pass, and it goes into the corner. Back behind the net, chopped at by Shaw. Now Drake Rymsha tries to steer it up to the blue line. McKenzie will catch up to it. He'll send it back on the near side corner, and Kalamazoo, they've got the puck now. Comes off the stick of Van Voris and into the Komet zone. Here is Brad, or that's going to be Reddekopp rather, back ball on the far side. We will see Brad Morrison here eventually as Jenks got caught with a high stick coming across the line. Here is a shot, and Morrison is right there, and it's blocked. Delayed call here. Reddekopp goes on the left side to Verpass to the blue line, over, back to Morrison, up top. Here's a shot, save made by Hildebrand, and the rebound just goes wide. Still a delayed call here. Komets still with possession of the puck. Reddekopp to the blue line. Now he lost it, goes to Jenks in front of that. Now he sends it back to the top of the circle. Reddekopp back up right side. Morrison eyeing a shot, sends it wide. It hit a stick, and the Komets still with it. Szydlowski far side. Now he lost the handle on it, and the Komets get an extra 30 seconds of power play time there as Jenks caught a high stick coming over the blue line, and now the Komets get to go to work on the man advantage.
What a great play by Jenks. I'll tell you what, veteran right there, gets a stick in the mouth, and you know, most guys would have got out of the play and lost sight of what they were doing, if not actually just cover up. But Jenksy just brushed it off. We were able to collect the puck, get it back into the zones. We had 2 good scoring opportunities as a result of his manning up like that. And like I said, we got 30 seconds extra power play, so let's get them rolling now.
And it's a double minor. 4 minutes up on the board to Zach Diamond-Tony. And putting the second best power play in the league out on the ice early here. Just a minute 30 in, no score. And A.J. Jenks will take the faceoff. Jenks on the draw. It's going to go down into the corner here in the Kalamazoo zone. Szydlowski digs for it. Now it's going to be pumped off the wall. Here's Gottlieb. Angles it back to Szydlowski. Cross-ring pass intercepted by Garrett Ross, and that'll find its way all the way back into the Komet zone.
Yeah, good job by the Wings defenseman there to be able to have his stick out. You never know when the puck's going to be coming your way, and he was able to just get a stick on it and break up our opportunity.
Szydlowski goes into the corner, back behind the nets, and now punched off the wall again by the Wings. That's Ben Wilson getting it free and clear back down into the Komet zone. And the Komet power play here sputtering a little bit, but you got a full 4 minutes here. Just 3:16 now left on the man advantage on the double minor. Komets with the puck at the center line. And now they'll come across with it here on the near boards. Cross-ring pass along the far side. Up top, it comes to Gallipo. Now the Komets can set up. Gallipo moves it over to Brady Shaw. Shaw on the right side, dips it down low. Now back to Shaw. Shaw in the high slot. On to the left side. Morrison, here's a shot, and a save made by Hildebrand. And back on the near wing, it's going to be Gallipo. Gallipo to the blue line, drops it off to Brady Shaw. Shaw in the corner, tries to one-arm it in the corner, but it's intercepted by Taylor. Taylor, bad pass, it'll not leave the zone. Morrison scoots after it, and it's knocked down at the blue line. Out in front, Brady Shaw takes a shot. He scores!
There we go.
Hildebrand got a piece of it. He'd want that one back. It just clipped off of the leather and got in. Brady Shaw with the power play goal, and the Komets still power play time coming up.
Yeah, bad opportunity for the King Wings to be able to get it out of the zone. Komets stuck with the puck and able to get it from one side of the rink to the other, and that's what they had to do. Get control of the puck, move it over so that they had a cross the Royal Road type opportunity, a great shot. Brady Shaw gets it on a stick, and this is dependable. Put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, Kalamazoo had a chance to clear the zone. They did, and the Komets were able to keep it in, and Brady Shaw nets a big one there. It gets the Komets up 1-0 here in the first period. Brady Shaw's 19th of the season, and the Komets still with power play time.
Yeah, that was so huge to be able to score early in that one so that we have two power plays instead of one.
Komets now waste no time. They get across the line quickly. Szydlowski on the right side. Up top, there's Mason Bergh with it. Bergh up along the near wall. Up top of the blue line, it is Max Gottlieb. He'll take a shot. Save made. Rebound is going to go onto the near side. Punched off the wall, and the Wings will clear the zone. Down it goes to Ferguson. He'll play it around to Mason Bergh. Bergh on the near side, gives it a look. Looking to hand it off. No, Bergh is going to keep it himself. Goes all the way over onto the far side. He'll slam it into the wing zone. Hildebrand comes out, slows it down behind the net. He'll stop it, and he'll slap it up along the near side. Szydlowski with it. Jenks with a shot, and a save made. Rebound just goes wide. Back over to Bergh. Bergh up top. Here's Gottlieb with it. Szydlowski right side. Taps it in front. Knocked away. Jenks tried to bat it out of midair. He missed. Now it will be Szydlowski on the near boards. Back up top. Gottlieb. Szydlowski, top of the right circle. Down low to Jenks. Over his stick. He's able to corral it in, however. Gets it over onto the far side to Bergh. And the Komets spread things out. Down low, Jenks in front. Tried to feed it. Knocked away by Van Voorhis. Van Voorhis looking for a spot. He is going to go deep into the corner. Lost it. Back on the far side. And here comes Mason Bergh. Bergh to the blue line, just over the stick of Gottlieb. And now Van Voorhis will kick it out of there. Breaking over is going to be Gottlieb, or Szydlowski rather, along the far side. He'll give it up to Gottlieb. And the Komets still working with 30 seconds to go on the power play. Morrison coming across the line. Lost it, and the Wings bank it off the glass and out of the zone. 20 seconds now to go on the power play. And here's Brady Shaw quickly picking it up, crossing over. Sends it over down low, got a man, and a shot and a save made by Hildebrand. Sent around the wall. Down to 10 seconds to go in the power play. Morrison tries to saucer one over, knocked out of midair by Taylor, and that is going to pretty much do it for the power play. Komets do get one on that double minor. It's 1-0 Komets, and the Komets come across here. Here is McKenzie looking for Rymsha. Let him a little too far behind him, and Rymsha's got to reach back. Able to keep it in, however. We go right in front of the net. Here's Shaw batting away at it. Hildebrand got a piece of it, and we have got everything working up along the near side here. Komets, McKenzie to the blue line, held in. Komets having their way with the Wings right now. Shaw tries to put it out in front. It's knocked away. Now back up along the near side. Van Voorhis will finally clear it out, and down it goes. This will be no icing on this as Verpass comes up with it. 1-0 Komets here in the first period. Now the Komets will ice this, and you get that power play right off the bat. It's hard for a team like Kalamazoo, who's already playing a little short, to kind of get their feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, just the pressure alone, and as we've seen all year long with the Komets, when they score first, when they get a lead in the early periods, they win the game. So very big for them coming off a Tuesday night, being able to come out and cash in on that power play. And we've got so much zone play right now as a result of that. And now they're back to 5-on-5. They need to keep moving their feet and keep the pressure on. They got them on their heels.
Here's the drop in the Komet zone, and the Komets win it, and they'll bring it up along the near side. Wings still without a shot on net here. 1-0 Komets. The puck goes along the far side. Petrozelli up along the wall. Comes down into the corner. Back below the goal line. Komets with it. Pumped up along the near side. Verpass. He'll take a shot. Hildebrand. No, it's blocked. And back come the Wings. Kalamazoo will get it into the Komet zone. They come across the line. Shot. Ferguson tested. Makes the save. Now the rebound up top of the blue line. Ganley thought about a shot. He got taken off the puck by Petrozelli. Puck goes down into the corner. Ganley still on the puck. Komets go up along the near side. Petrozelli gives it a jab. He's able to get it deep in the corner. And here's Mason Bergh. One-armed up along the far side by Verpass. Crunches his man. Can't get the puck away from him. We have got a pile up along the far side. Now it squirts loose. Top of the right circle. Comes up top to the blue line. And now interception. Komets with it. Petruzzelli outnumbered as he comes across the line. And Petruzzelli going up along the far board. Centers it over. Trying to go to Lasarchik. It was broken up. And now back up along the far side. All the way into the Komet zone. Here's Kyle Haas. Haas on the right side to Rymsha. He'll slide it over onto the right side for Gallipo. Now it comes off a skate. Now Lasarchik will come across here into offensive territory. Lasarchik hands it off. Here is Jenks with a shot. Hildebrand the save. Back behind the net. It is Jenks again. Another shot. That is blocked. Jenks still all over the puck. He's able to get it over the blue line, but it's not going to be able to keep it in. Haas goes all the way back. Great hustle here by the Komets early on. 1-0. Komets with the lead. Coming across again. Here is Jenks. Dangle's shot. It is blocked. And up along the far side. And it is Jenks going back down low to Lasarchik. Lasarchik on the far side. He'll take a shot. No good. Komets back in front. Here's a shot centering. And it goes wide on the near boards. Komets with it. Gottlieb looking for someone to give it to. Gets bumped from behind. He's able to scoop it around the boards, however. And we go all the way over onto the far side. The Wings are there, and they get it to the center line. Now they come across the line. It's going to be into the Komet zone. Everybody changing up as McKenzie will take the puck. 1-0 Komets here. 12:16 to go in the first. Chase Stewart gets it ahead to Brady Shaw. Shaw coming across the line. Comes into the corner with it. Tries to tuck it in. Hildebrand got a piece of it. And now the Wings have the puck in their own end. Diamond Tony goes off the far side. Back it goes into the Komet zone. And now the Komets with it again. Blistering pace here in the first period. Sean Szydlowski comes across. Szydlowski takes a shot, missed it high, and we finally get a whistle, and we get a timeout. We'll take a break. 1-0 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hello, this is head coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Coming out of the timeout, Shane Alberani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. Komets up 1-0 on the Kalamazoo Wings. Komets have dictated play from the opening faceoff. 8 shots on goal to Kalamazoo's 1, and the Wings have it in their own zone. Pass comes forward, the Wings with it, and it's Diamond Tony tries to avoid a stick check, able to get it across the line. Diamond Tony now, he'll take a shot, save made by Ferguson, and back behind the net goes Sean Szydlowski. Szydlowski will bank it off the end wall, and Jenks with it. Jenks will scoot it forward. It's going to be bouncing all the way across the line. Offside, or playing the puck with a high stick on the Fort Wayne Komets. And Fred, what a blistering pace this game has turned out to be. And the Komets, boy, with their speed, you want that. You don't want a lot of whistles. You want to keep the play moving.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Quick play is definitely playing to the advantage of the Komets. I'll tell you, just before we went to that last commercial break, Petruzzelli made a great play. The Komets were shifting up, and, he pulled the puck over into the zone, and he very easily could have made a lazy play, just dropped the puck deep in the corner and call it quits, but he didn't. He hung on to it. He was able to feather it through 3 guys to get it to Lasarchik. Lasarchik got a shot. It resulted in the puck going behind the net, and AJ was able to get it back in front to him, and unfortunately stepped on the goalie's stick, which he lost it, and we missed a good opportunity there. But that's the little things that's causing the offense to go.
And here is Mason Bergh. Gets it over to Lasarchik. Snaps one off, or that's Bowden's rather. Taylor, and that just goes high into the netting. And the Komets getting some excellent looks at Kalamazoo. Even though they're a little short tonight, they're doing a good job blocking shots. The Komets have, of course, a lot of scoring chances, but only one goal up on the board. And hopefully we do not have a repeat of what happened in Wheeling last weekend.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We don't want to see that ever again.
So the Komets need to keep their foot on the gas as Jenks will take the face-off to the left of Hildebrand.
You know, the Komets have been going cross ice on the defense to defense, and twice the Wings have intercepted it. And you saw one of the last times they Verplast was able to, he saw it, he read it, and he changed direction. And that's what they need to do. Just don't do it out of habit. Keep your head up and see if there's a stick there and make a better play.
We'll set up to the left of Hildebrand. Jenks will take the draw. And the drop goes up top of the blue line. Here is Gallipo. He'll take a shot. Doesn't get in. Brad Morrison scoots after. He centers it. Tipped just wide of the net by Jenks. And now goes along the far side. Rymsha is there for the Komets. Lost the puck, and the Wings come away with it. Now Morrison, nice defensive play, goes up along the near side, and now back all the way to the center line. It is taken, and now the Wings got something cooking. Here's a shot and a save made by Ferguson, and he will hang on to it, and now extra going on after the whistle. Sanford and Haas, they tangle up. Linesmen quickly jump in. Haas just coming off that 6-game suspension yesterday.
Yeah, but Fergie hasn't had any action all game long, so Haas finally got an opportunity to hit somebody. You got to give him a break on that one. No, Haas is playing it smart right here because, when you're getting run over like the Wings are right now by the Komets, you have to try and change the dynamics of the game. And like I said, he haven't had any opportunities in Fergie to go and get physical or anything else. So, they want to come in and they want to stand up in front of him and cause some aggravation. Haas let him know you're not going to get away with that. Not in our building.
10:30 to go in the first. 1-0 Komets here at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Fred Mean here tonight. Brett McKenzie will take the face-off with Justin Taylor. We go behind the nets. Here is Max Gottlieb with it. Gottlieb goes down low to Stewart. Stewart gets his pass deflected, jumps up high on the glass, and it comes down. Sorensen sends it cross rink on the far side. Quick shot. That is going to go high, and it's going to get out of play. So the Wings now, they are flipping the script just a little bit going into the Komet zone. Only 3 shots on net so far, but they're starting to turn it around and getting some more chances.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want them spending any kind of time in your defensive zone, so just getting comfortable is not good. So right now we got to win the face-off, get it out quick, and start putting the pressure right back on. That'll end it.
Drop in the Komet zone. It's picked up. Here's Sean Szydlowski. Szydlowski tries to float it forward. That hit a skate of Edmondson. And it comes to the center line where Sorensen will snag it. He'll come across, but they're way offside. Taylor had about 2 steps over the line.
Exactly what they wanted to do. Won the face-off, moved it out of the zone, got it into the neutral zone. Puck bounced around a little bit, and by the time the Wings were able to collect it and come back in, they were offside. So they disrupted them, and that's exactly what they needed to do after having such a good offensive push.
1-0 Komets here in the first. Just halfway gone. Things have slowed down a little bit after that incredibly fast clip we were going at.
Yeah.
And now Catalyst will take the puck along the left side. He is going to flip it around the wall, goes back behind the net, comes off of his skate, and the Wings have it. They throw it towards the net, and hanging on is Ferguson. And Ferguson taking no chances. He's won 2 straight games. Kind of knows what he's doing back there. He's getting more comfortable. Hopefully, Dylan Ferguson going to be able to stay healthy here down the stretch.
Yeah, we've seen some great, brilliant flashes out of Ferguson. So if we can get him between the pipes playing like we know we can, that's just going to be such a huge bonus, especially this time of the year.
Puck goes up along the far side. And now into the corner. Mason Bergh goes after it, hitting the deck. That is Diamond Tony. Puck comes up top of the blue line to Bowdens. Bowdens backhands it off the wall. It's going to trickle down into the corner. Here's Reddekopp. Reddekopp down there. Gets taken off the puck, but they're able to get it towards Hildebrand. Goes up the side of the cage, and Hildebrand, he will lock it up, and he will get a whistle. And Hildebrandt looking back at the referee saying, you're going to blow that whistle or what?
Yeah, he's definitely looking for some help. But, you take a look at the two situations we just had. Puck comes in on Ferguson. He ties it up. There was nothing but white jerseys around it. Puck comes in on Hildebrandt. He had his defenseman in front and 2 Komets. So, that's the difference right now. The guys are definitely on the toes of their blades right now. And if they can keep that kind of energy going and get another goal here and really start to put the pressure on.
1-0 Komets. Komets 8 shots on net. Haven't had any in a few minutes here. Puck goes down to Hildebrandt, goes behind the net. Now pinched up along the far side. Verpass will steer it up top. Here's a shot, doesn't get in, goes all the way into the corner. And the Wings possess it, coming off the wall to the center line. Big hit as Jenks lays his man out, but it is going to spring Ross. He takes a shot, and he just whipped it wide. That's going to rim all the way out, and it is Bowden's on his horse up along the far side. Or it's Lasarchik. He'll grab it. Lasarchik comes all the way around, takes a shot. He just missed it. Now back on the far side. It is Haas stepping up. Haas going down into the corner. He is taken off the puck. That's Chad McDonald who got a piece of him. And now down into the corner, below the goal line. It's Ganley for the Wings. He'll send it out to Catalyst, and Catalyst comes down the middle.
Komets are counter-punching beautifully. Every time the K-Wings look like they're getting something going, Komets come right back at them and hit them again.
Back up along the far side. It's flipped in by Lasarchik. Goes all the way down to Hildebrandt. He'll pitch it up along the near side where Rymsha intercepts it. Rymsha along the far side. Gives it up to Brady Shaw. Shaw gets pinned up against the boards as it gets loose to McKenzie. Now up top. Here's a shot. Save made by Hildebrandt. Rebound. Sits there right in the slot. Szydlowski trying to get to it. Cannot. And back the other way goes Ross. Wings get it back into the Komet zone. Goes down into the corner. And now it's slapped behind the net to Brett McKenzie. McKenzie up along the far side. He'll move it out. And it is Gallipo's turn with it. Coming across the line. Komets with it. And on the near side, Szydlowski in front. Went off McKenzie's skating just wide. Back up along the near side. It's Brady Shaw with it. Shaw digging for it in the corner. Now McKenzie hits the deck. Comes to Shaw in front. Sends it over. Nice block there. Coming up top to the blue line. Here's Chase Stewart going back down low. Again in front of the net. And it's going to jump off the stick of Hildebrandt right out in midair. And the Wings will clear the zone. And the Komets just missing.
Yeah, Shane, the Komets are controlling the puck. They had a 3-on-2, the Wings did, on the Komets. And by the time they got down to Ferguson, we had totally eliminated it, smothered it, took 2 guys right in the back of the boards, and totally eliminated that 3-on-2 rush, and then turned around and came back with it. If you watch the way the Komets controlling the puck, they're playing with the puck. They've got composure. They're got their heads up. They're looking to make passes. The Wings right now are running around and they're just whacking the puck, and that's no way to play hockey. So we got them on their heels.
After the icing call, the face-off is in the wing zone. Up along the near side, and now they are going to clear it all the way down again. This will be another icing, and this is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road. Puck comes back down into the Kalamazoo zone. 7:22 to go here in the first. Komets lead at 1-0. Face off to the rights of Jake Hildebrandt. Mason Bergh will take the draw for the Komets. Bergh and Justin Taylor, and the drop goes into the corner, sent back behind the net, pitched around to Van Voorhis, gives it a whack, and it's going to find its way into the neutral zone. Puck will trickle into the Komet zone, goes down into the corner, and it's Mason Bergh with it. Bergh tripped up, he lost the puck, goes in the corner, Taylor takes it away. Taylor spins it up along the far side, and the Wings have it. That is Farley down there, up along the far boards, and now top of the circle, shot, Ferguson the save. The rebound goes to Morrison. Morrison tries to move it ahead, but not out. Now Morrison will get another crack at it. He's got it. He's going to come down the ice. Here's Morrison stick handling up along the near side. Morrison, remember, has not played in 80 days. Gives it up to Petruzzelli. Shot and a save made by Hildebrandt. And Brad Morrison, who has not skated in the last 30 games. That's what he's missed. He's missed 80 days, but Morrison looking good in his first couple of shifts.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have some rust on him, and more importantly, the chemistry of working with the guys. When you're sitting out, that's the worst part, because it's so much a timing thing. A second is a big amount of time in hockey, but he was able to keep his head up on that. He didn't give up on the puck, and that was what enabled us to get the chance and ultimately get the face-off in the zone.
Still 1-0 Komets here in the first. Lasarchik goes along the far side. Jenks steps up. Tries to keep it in, cannot, and now the Wings busted down the ice. Fairley coming across, floats it in front. Now it's going to go along the far side. Lasarchuk trying to poke check it. It comes up top the blue line. Shot save made by Ferguson. The puck sits there. It is loose and just goes wide. Ferguson trying to gain his feet, and he does. Fairly up along the far side. Gets rubbed off the play by Lasarchuk, and the Komets clear the zone. To the center line, gloved out of the air. And Catalyst drifts back into his own end, over to Kovacs. And the Wings now trying to possess the puck, but it's going to be tipped and into the Komet bench.
Best scoring opportunity the Wings have had right there. But, you know, even in that particular scenario, we're seeing it all game long. Every single Komet on the ice has got an active stick. Every single one is trying to poke it, trying to hit it, trying to play it, going after it. Nobody's just letting the play go by them, which I'm seeing a lot of the Wings players are doing, and it's a very common thing to see. It takes a lot of energy for you to be able to be on every shift, and that's what the boys are doing tonight. I'm loving it.
Puck is dropped in the neutral zone. Komets have got it. Szydlowski coming across the line. Szydlowski lost it, and now back the other way. Here come the Wings. It'll be Garrett Ross over on the left side. And now down into the near side goes Brandon Sanford. Sanford back over to Ross, tries to center it, hit a stick, coming back up top. Diamond Tony now swings it around back behind the net. Here's Ross, comes to the side of the net. Ferguson couldn't get a hold of it, and the Komets repossess the puck, but not out to the blue line. Here's a shot that is blocked. Diamond Tony left side, another one, whipped it wide, and picking it up is McKenzie. McKenzie over to Shaw, pumps it off the wall, now to the blue line, and the Wings still have it. Garrett Ross coming in front of the net, gives it up to McDonald. Now up top, here's a shot, just goes wide, rebound coming in front, and the Komets are able to clear it out. And the Komets a little sloppy in their own end. They switch it up quickly, and now back the other way. The Wings on the attack, a shot and a save made by Ferguson. And suddenly that jump the Komets had in the first 10 minutes of the game is now gone away.
Well, you know, the problem is four different players on four different times trying to clear the puck, trying to get cute with it and just kind of flip it up. Throw the thing out of there, put some mustard behind it, and it would have been out of the zone. It would have been away from all that. But every single one led to another opportunity.
And we'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We got 5:02 to go in the first. Komets lead it 1-0. 10 shots on goal for the Komets. Wings now with 8. Face off to the left of Ferguson. And it goes. We got a penalty called. It's going to go on the Komets right off the face-off. Interference. And Kalamazoo was getting the momentum, and now they really have it as Chase Stewart is going to go into the box for interference.
Yeah, not a good time to take a penalty for sure, but, you know, that was a weird one.
Right off the face-off, yeah?
It just looked like a hockey play to me. I don't know, but he called it, so we got to deal with it. And, you know, the Komets going to just, you know, get the box going, get this thing shut down.
Komets 21st in penalty killing efficiency this year. Kalamazoo, they're 26 out of 26, and the only goal tonight is a power play goal by Brady Shaw earlier in the period. So the Komets now to skate a man down for 2. Puck goes into the corner. Here is Verpass. Slings it up along the far side. It gets over the line, and the Wings will regress back in the neutral zone. Catalyst quickly comes across. Got a man. We got a 2-on-1 here, but a nice job. Petrozelli on the back check. Now we go to Bowdens. Bowdens on the far side has got it for the Komets, and a penalty called against Kalamazoo. Delayed calls. The puck comes in on Hildebrand, and that'll even it up. So we'll take a 20-second penalty kill there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was Petrozelli. As you said, they were coming across the line. It looked like he had clear right to Ferguson, and out of nowhere, Petrozelli comes skating right around him, pokes the puck off. He ends up getting slashed, loses his stick. Penalty. Now we're 4-on-4.
Catalyst goes in the box. And 4-on-4 we go. 1-0 Komets. 4:37 to go in the first. And Brett McKenzie will take the faceoff down in the Kalamazoo zone. It will be to the right of Hildebrand.
You know, this should be to our advantage, Shane, because, you know, it's got more ice with one player off on each side, and with our speed, we ought to be able to dominate.
And the drop going into the corner. And it will be Taylor for the Wings. Getting it away from Shaw. He'll hit the open man. It's Tho coming across on the left side and now into the Komet zone. Back behind that, it's Max Gottlieb. Gottlieb along the far side for the Komets. As we go 4-on-4 here, it'll be McKenzie coming across the line. Tries to get it down to Gottlieb, streaking down that far side, but the play is broken up. Now it comes loose in front of the net. Sorensen will bat it away for the Wings. And Kalamazoo with the puck. Sent onto the near side corner here in the Komet zone. The Wings with it off the skate of Ganley. The Komets turn the corner and bring it back up ice. We got a 2-on-1. Here comes McKenzie. McKenzie coming across. Snaps one off. He scores! Brett McKenzie with the wrister right underneath the pad of Hildebrand. And it's 2-0 Komets.
Like I said, 4-on-4 should be our advantage. Well, I'll tell you what, it was a nice play by McKenzie. After making an ill-advised play, he did a blind back, behind-the-back pass with nothing to Kalamazoo guys, came out of the zone, but then he got back on his horse, hustled around, got a control of the puck, broke in over, and made a nice, beautiful shot. So, well done.
Brett McKenzie makes it a 2-0 Komet game. McKenzie's 20th of the season. Brett McKenzie having a career year. The Wings trying to regroup here. Still skating 4-on-4 here for another 45 seconds. And the Komets will have an abbreviated power play. Ganley comes across for the Wings, looking to get one back, comes right out in front, and Reddekopp knocked his man off the puck, goes up along the near side. The Wings with it to the blue line. Top of the left circle, it's Wilson, snaps one off, and Ferguson got a piece of it, and that's going to leave the Komet zone. Puck goes along the far side, comes into the Kalamazoo zone. Now back, it's going to dribble forward off the wall. Verpass on his horse, going back into the Komet zone, trying to get around Diamond Tony. Gets it over to Reddekopp, who goes back behind the net. Reddekopp leaves it behind Ferguson, and the Komets have it. Mason Bergh moving to his right. He'll flip it into the Kalamazoo zone. He'll chase after it. He goes down into the corner as the Komets are changing lines. The Wings will get the puck back. It's Garrett Ross. Ross on the left side. His pass almost intercepted by Morrison. It goes along the far boards, and the Komets will pick it up there. Here's Gallipo. He's going to cut to the net. He's cut off on the play. Goes along the far side and to the blue line. Rymsha now back over to Gallipo. He'll switch spots with him. Puck goes along the far side. Cross ring. Gottlieb got a man. Shot, and it's blocked on the near side. Gottlieb has got it coming down low to Jenks. Takes a shot. Save made by Hildebrand right off the mask. The puck is loose behind the net. Komets looking for some space. Jenks reaching for it. Goes on the near boards and sent down the length of the ice by Garrett Ross. Gallipo quickly back for the Komets. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Cross rank past the Komets, and again will enter the zone. Here's Gottlieb. Gottlieb got it poked away. Tries to get it back. Comes up along the near side, but it will leave the zone. Sanford gets it back in the Komet zone, and we got a penalty called. It's going to be on the Komets. We were just getting back to 5-on-5. Tripping will be the call. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW.
Common Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
2:02 to go in the first, and Brad Morrison goes into the box for tripping. So the Wings will get their second power play. Their first one only lasted 22 seconds. So let's see if they can play out the remainder of the period here on the power play. Puck goes along the far side, up top of the blue line. Komets do lead it 2-0. Fair pass goes behind the net. Fair pass behind there, goes along the far side, can't clear it. Here's Tho over to Ganley on the left side. Now back down low, that's Fairley rather. And now to Diamond Tony over cross rink. No shot there, and the Wings now trying to spread everybody out. Comes down into the corner. It's Fairley. He gets taken off the puck by Verpass, but he can't possess it, and the Wings still have it up along the near side. To the blue line. Here is Tho. Slides it over on the opposite side. Now coming down low into the corner. It's Ross. Ross dribbles around. Up top, here's a one-timer. It's blocked. And Petrozelli on the right side. Petrozelli short-handed, coming across the line. Petrozelli dangles around, crashes the net, and Hildebrand just able to keep it out. And then he was tripped up. Komets won a penalty, but it was after the puck had hit Hildebrand. And the puck comes back into the Komet zone quickly, but the Komets there to defend it. They punch it off the wall, and all the way down it goes to Hildebrand with 1 minute to go on the penalty. And a minute left in the period as Ganley takes the puck. Being harassed by Brady Shaw. Can't get it out of his end. And now Brady Shaw will peel off a little bit, and the Wings have some room. 47 seconds to go in the period. Pass is going to find its way into the Komet zone. Here on the near side corner, it is Gallipo. Gallipo up along the near side, coming up to the blue line. Gallipo reaching for it, lost it, sends it back to the blue line. Now it's Sorensen, top of the left circle. Shot, save made by Ferguson. Got the blocker on it. Goes up along the far side. Komets with it, just 27 seconds to go in the period. Sent all the way into the Kalamazoo zone. Brady Shaw will give up on it. He'll go off for a line change, and that will allow Sorensen to take it. Takes a wide turn, coming right down the middle of the ice, sends it over onto the right side. They come across the line. Van Voorst pumps it off the wall. Catalyst slides it over, down to 10 seconds to go in the period. Now comes down into the corner. Here's a shot save made by Ferguson. Batted out of midair, comes to the blue line, and they'll hold on to it. 3 seconds left in the period. In the corner, Van Voorst, a shot, and it's blocked, and the horn sounds. And mercy right there as the horn sounded. Got the Komets out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Ferguson hasn't had a lot of work this period, but he sure had some right then and there. And a puck coming up, hitting him in the mass, trying to control it. And as you said, we survived it. As you know, the worst thing you could do is give up a goal at the end of the period. But when you're short-handed like that, there's a good probability it can happen. And good job by the Komets to shut that power play down and maintain the 2-goal lead, because the Wings were just trying to survive the opening period, and I'm sure they would. If they could have got out of here just down one goal, they'd have been real happy. So good job killing the power play. We're up by 2, starting the second. Beautiful.
And we are going to go to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. Komets are up 2-0. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse could score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to MattressWarehouseFW.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight. This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WOWO during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
Napa know-how. Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We're here at the Coliseum on a Wednesday night. The Komets are in business against the Kalamazoo Wings, up at 2-0 as we take a look at what has happened so far here tonight. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Huntington University. All Komet season ticket holders get 25% off all tuition at Huntington University. All you have to do is go to the Huntington University admissions office. Shots on goal in the first period. Kalamazoo put 9 up. The Komets with 13. Komets were 1 of 3 on the power play. Kalamazoo, they were 0 of 2. Scoring in the game, first one, Brady Shaw on the power play, his 19th of the season. And that gives the Komets 54 power play goals this year. And that is now tied for tops in the league, depending on what Newfoundland did tonight. But the Komets right now, 54 power play goals. Brady Shaw, his 19th of the season. Brad Morrison, welcome back to the lineup. Brad has missed the last 30 games with an injury, 80 days. He has been off. The last time Morrison played was against Kalamazoo all the way back in December 1st. So Morrison picks up the assist on Shaw's goal. And then Brett McKenzie at 16:06, his 20th of the season. So Brett McKenzie having a career year. Brady Shaw had the other assist. 16:06 again was the time. The goaltenders, Jake Hildebrand, saw a lot of action. 13 shots, making 11 saves. And Dylan Ferguson looked solid. 9 of 9 in that first period. Penalties in the first period. Zach Diamantoni took a double minor 130 into the contest as he caught A.J. Jakes just coming across the blue line, caught him up in the face area. So that was 4 minutes for him. And then Chase Stewart went off for interference at 15:01. Catalyst for slashing at 15:23. And then Brad Morrison tripping at 17:59. So that is the story here tonight. The Komets in good shape here after 20 minutes of play. 2-0 is the score. We're going to take another break here during the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
Ever wish you could get medical care without leaving home or interrupting work or travel? Now you can with Parkview On Demand. Parkview On Demand is a video service that lets you speak directly to a doctor or healthcare provider, all from your computer or smartphone, 24 hours a day from anywhere in the U.S. Just download the app or visit parkview.com/on-demand. There's no driving to a doctor's office, and Parkview On Demand can even send prescriptions right to your pharmacy. It's quality, convenient care for non-emergencies like colds and flu, sinus infections, pink eye, skin rashes, and more, all for just $49 a call.
It's great for kids away at college, too. Go to parkview.com/on-demand or download our app from Google Play or the iPhone App Store. Parkview On Demand, the care you need wherever you are.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here. It's a night. The Komets up 2-0 after the first period of play. Let's take a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Meijer, where you get the rewards without the work, and quite a few games going on here on this Wednesday night. We got a final. The Maine Mariners over the Newfoundland Growlers by a score of 5-2. And taking a look at the game sheet in that one, Newfoundland, they did get a power play goal. So the Komets now just again one back of the power play goal lead in the ECHL. Newfoundland with 55, the Komets with 54 this season. So 5-2 is the final up from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Maine Mariners over the defending Kelly Cup champs. Down in Jacksonville, Florida, 2-1 is the score. The Icemen over the Railers, 6:30 to go in the second period. And in Wheeling, West Virginia, a game to keep an eye on because Wheeling, they are trying to stay alive in the race. And just like the Toledo Walleye, they have got a lot of games at hand, and tonight would be a big one as they're trying to chase the Indy Fuel down, but Wheeling not taking advantage of that right now. They're down 4-2 in the second period against the Reading Royals. That game being played at West Banco in Wheeling, West Virginia. Down in Estero, Florida, the Orlando Solar Bears 3 and the Florida Everblades 1. They're done with one period down in South Florida. Other games yet to get underway. Kansas City, they're taking on the Idaho Steelheads and the Rapid City Rush. They are entertaining the Utah Grizzlies tonight in West Valley City, Utah. And that is a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences. The more you use it, enter your MPerks ID every time you check out. We will take a break. We'll come back, have a look at the standings as many teams inside of 20 games left in the regular season, and those playoff matchups are starting to shape up. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacina. Did you know that Afton is Fort Wayne's most referred dental provider? At Afton, we pioneered the concept of patient-friendly dentistry. That means we only recruit staff that are passionate about helping patients. If our employees feel that way, imagine what that means for you. That's right, if they love their job, it means better care for you and your family. That's what patient-friendly dentistry is all about. Our team of doctors actually listen to your needs and concerns. Haven't seen a dentist in several years? That's okay. We won't make you feel bad or expect you to do everything all at once. We'll do everything possible to ensure you get exceptional care, detailed explanations, and comfortable financial options. Why not schedule a no-cost exam today? Call Afton across from the Coliseum on Parnell at 482-8386 or visit our website at afton.com.
Oh, Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, all in one place. Oh, Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Oh, Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meijer, or online at o'danielauto.com. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
We're back at the Coliseum. We're in the middle of the first intermission. Komets up 2-0 on Kalamazoo. As we take a look at the standings in the ECHO, those playoff races starting to shape up. Let's go to the North Division first. The Newfoundland Growlers, the defending Kelly Cup champs, they are in first place, and they have got a 10-point cushion. Well, that just depends on what happens to the Reading Royals. Newfoundland, they've already fallen here tonight to Maine Maine. So they sit at 73 points. The Reading Royals have got a chance to close that gap. They were up 4-2 on the Wheeling Nailers at last check. So right now, as it sits, the Reading Royals have got 63 points, 5 full games back of the Newfoundland Growlers. Then the Brampton Beast and the Maine Mariners are locked in a good one. They have got 61 points each, but Maine did get the victory, so now they have jumped ahead of Brampton. They are now in sole possession of third place. The Adirondack Thunder, they are falling back, and the Worcester Railers also back in the pack. Doesn't look like they're going to make it. They're playing out the string pretty much at this point, but Adirondack still hanging on to hopes. They've got 51 points. That is 10 back of the final playoff spot. So, in the North Division, the first round of the playoffs would look like this. Newfoundland would be taking on the Maine Mariners. They would host that series, and Reading would be against the Brampton Beast. Moving to the South Division, where the South Carolina Stingrays have pretty much led this one from start to finish, or to right now, I should say. They're probably going to go to the finish. 82 points on the season. They are now back. They got a comfortable lead. Florida, they had closed that gap down to 1 point a couple of weeks ago, but now South Carolina, they have got 82. Florida with 75, and Florida does have a game at hand. The Orlando Solar Bears in third place with 54 points. They're certainly not comfortable in that spot because the Greenville Swamp Rabbits have got 52 points, so just 2 points back for that third spot. The Atlanta Gladiators are sticking around. They've got 46 points, still very much alive because they've got 2 games at hand on the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. And Jacksonville also still hanging around. They have got 42 points on the season. So the first round of the South Division playoffs would look like this. South Carolina would host Greenville, and the Everblades would host the Orlando Solar Bears. Going to the Mountain Division, another division that has started with the first place team on day one, and they still have it. The Allen Americans, 35 wins this season. They have got 78 points. Right now, South Carolina, they got the most at 82, but pretty impressive there for Allen after missing the playoffs the last 2 years. The Americans, 35, 11, 8, and 2, 78 points. They, too, have got a very comfortable lead over the Utah Grizzlies. 69 points for Utah. Then Idaho with 63. Rapid City with 58, and Tulsa with 56. Also, Wichita, 50 points, and Kansas City with 48. So that fourth spot in the Mountain Division could come down to 4 teams going for that one spot. So the Mountain Division is probably going to be pretty fun. But the funnest division is the Central Division, where the Komets reside. Now, the Cincinnati Cyclones, they are in first place. They have pretty much been there all season long. They've got 70 points, but the Toledo Walleye are closing because the Toledo Walleye have got all these games at hand, 5 of them to be exact. Cincinnati, 53 games played, Toledo with 48, and that's the difference in that race. Cincinnati, 70 points, Toledo with 63. Then you've got the Komets, you know what, still within the realm of possibility. Fort Wayne or Indy still maybe getting up into second place, depending on what happens to those other 2 teams. You got a lot of games still left in the division. The Komets still hold down that third spot as of right now. 56 points on the season, 24, 26, and 2. They've got the same amount of games played coming into tonight than Indy. Indy is idle tonight, so the Komets will have a chance to jump ahead just a little bit. Indy will be in town on Saturday to take on the Komets, but Indy right now in the 4th and final spot. But the Wheeling Nailers, very important. The Nailers have got all those games in hand, 4 in all. 51 points for the Wheeling Nailers right now. They've got a chance tonight to gain ground on Indy, but they were down 4-2 to the Reading Royals. Kalamazoo, who we're playing tonight, they are still in last place, 45 points on the season. So the first round of the playoffs could look like this. Cincinnati would host the Indy Fuel, and what do you know? The Komets and the Toledo Walleye, of course, in the playoffs, but still a lot to be decided, especially at that top spot with Toledo closing in on Cincinnati. That is a look at the standings. Still a lot of hockey left, but it is coming to it'll be here quicker than you know it. Just 20 games now left in the regular season. We will take a break. We've got the second period coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
I'm back at the Coliseum, set to go. Period number 2 here on Sweetwater Ice. Komets up at 2-0. Netting the goals for the Komets tonight. Brady Shaw, his 19th of the season. It came at 2:55. Brad Morrison, the assist. It was on the power play. Then Brett McKenzie got number 20 on the season, having a career year. 16:06 was the time. Shaw with the assist, and it was even strength. Dylan Ferguson, a perfect 9 of 9 in that first period. Komets 1 of 3 on the power play. Kalamazoo, they are 0 of 2 as we start up the second period of play. Will be 5 on 5. We'll take one more break. Second period coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life. Powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Komets Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Komets provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Komets Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBDRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
This is Komet Hockey.
We got a fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard here at the Coliseum. 2-0 Komets. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean taking you through this one here tonight as the Komets start up with the puck in their own zone. Here's Olivier Gallipeau back behind Dylan Ferguson. Goes onto the right side looking for Haas. He's pinched off the play. Comes up to the blue line. Kalamazoo will re-enter the zone, and they go up along the near side wall. Catalyst up top to the blue line looking for Gantley. Gantley will pitch it back behind the net. The Komets double team Van Voorst. The puck goes along the far side. Sean Szydlowski is able to clear it. No icing on this. It was tipped. It's going to go all the way down. Hildebrandt. Oh, we'll get it into the corner. Here's Catalyst. Catalyst will bank it off the wall all the way to the center line. Sorensen will play it up along the near boards for Van Voorst, and it goes into the Komet zone. Down up along the near boards. It's going to be Verpass. It goes off of his stick and now back into the Kalamazoo zone. Wing sent it forward. Here's Sorensen all the way back at his blue line. Moves it forward quickly. Diamond Tony's there. Runs into Verpass. And now back into the corner, sent towards Ferguson, got a stick on it, and now Reddekopp along the far side. Reddekopp on the right side, we'll get it to Jenks. Jenks come across, here is Shaw, he'll get a shot off, missed the mark, and Reddekopp along the far side. Going down in the corner, it's going to be the Wings with the puck, back behind the nets, it is Fairley. And now into the Komet zone. Now here is Fairley in front. Send it wide of the net. He had Kovacs streaking on the far boards. Could not connect with him. And now into the corner, it is Verpass. Verpass and Fairley. They collide. The puck is going to pop loose to the blue line. Here's a drive right into the glove of Ferguson. And Kalamazoo comes out firing here in the second period.
Yeah, good job by Morrison. You know, coming back and helping out the defenseman. He was draped all over the man in front. So when he made that cross pass to him, he couldn't get it on the stick. And that was all Morrison that made that happen. And that's the kind of team defense you need. We have the forwards coming back and helping out the D in those situations.
Face off to the right of Ferguson. 2-0 Komets. And here is the drop, won by the Wings. Quick shot and a save made by Ferguson right into the glove. And Ferguson looking sharp here.
That was a nice save. That was not an easy one. It came from the point. He had time to see it, but he had to really stretch for it. It was a nice glove save.
Face off to the right of Ferguson, goes along the far side. Sent around back below the goal line. The Wings working it down low. Here's McDonald with a shot. Save made right into the chest of Ferguson. And another one, Ferguson was able to see it. And when you can see it, you can stop it. That's really the big thing for a goaltender.
And no rebound. He had a wing standing right on his doorstep. If he let that bounce at all, it would have been real dangerous. So he did a good job handling a very hot shot. You know, came in towards his chest. Like I said, he squared up on it, but he was able to get the glove to tie it up.
Face on to the left to Ferguson. 18-11 to go in the second period. Most of the play here has been down in the Komet zone.
That's that first minute of the penalty. You never want to give up a goal in the first minute or the last minute. So they survived that. Now it's time to get on their horse and start moving.
Here is Sorensen. Rattles it off the side of the cage. And it's Wilson picking it up. Now below the goal line. Sorensen again with it. Dances around behind the net. Looking to draw a defender. Sorensen comes all the way up top to the blue line. And now onto the far boards. It is Ganley. Tyler Ganley gets it down in the corner. The Komets get a hold of it, but not clearing it. Here's Catalyst to the blue line. Wind it up. And a shot's going to skip wide. Onto the near side. Here's Ganley to the blue line. Moving it over onto the right boards. It is Sorensen. Sorensen comes all the way up top to the blue line. Into the corner he goes. And now centering play. McDonald gets locked up. Szydlowski tries to reach for it. Poked away. And now Chase Stewart with a second effort. He'll clear the zone. And he's going to end up icing it. And I'm sure Ben Boudreau right now not happy with this start.
No, nobody's moving their feet for the Komets. The Wings are hungry. Obviously, they're down by 2. They've come out with energy. And they're fighting to get into the puck quick. And the Komets are just looking around too much. They need to get their energy level back up quite a bit and get it back to where it was in the first period.
Here's the drop to the left to Ferguson. McKenzie drops to a knee, locks it up there in this face-off dot. But he gets loose to Kovacs. Pitched in below the goal line, and now up along the far boards. It's Fairley. Fairley now trying to cut to the net, shakes the defender, tries to center it, and Stewart got a hold of it. He pushes it off the stick of Szydlowski, and another icing call on the Komets.
A little quick on that one by Stewie. He had space. He should have moved it up the wall a little bit more and let the rest of his teammates get an opportunity to curl and head out of the zone and start a rush. Instead, he just kind of whacked it up and, again, go back to what I was saying earlier, the last period with Kalamazoo. It's a difference between playing with a puck and whacking a puck. That was a whack job.
To the blue line, the Wings with the puck. Goes down into the corner. It's Fairley. Fairley goes behind the net all the way along the far side. Sends it up top. And the Wings still have it. And the Komets need to watch out here. This is where you take a penalty. Chase Stewart with the puck on the left side. Goes off the stick of Brady Shaw. It's going to be sent back to the blue line of the Wings. And the Komets get caught changing here. Here is Stewie. And now that's going to go off of his stick and go out of play. Maybe, yes. Linesman says it was deflected out of play because Chase Stewart kind of looked guilty there as the puck went up into the seats.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get blamed for something he didn't do. The Wings player lost his stick. And the puck, just as he was hitting the puck, and it careened off of the stick and over the glass. So he was definitely trying to point it out so he didn't get 2 minutes.
Komets without a shot on net here in the second period. 16:34 to go. 2-0 Komets. Face off to the left of Ferguson. Goes into the corner. Here's Gallipo. Takes it off the glass. Bounces out to the center line. And it's Corey Dunn getting it into the Komet zone again. Gallipo behind the net, takes a hit, lost the puck, put it out in front. It goes through the legs of Lasarchuk, and that'll find its way back to the Kalamazoo zone. Hildebrand comes out quickly, moves it up to McDonald, but he can't handle the pass, and it will be Haas. So he'll send it up along the near side. McDonald behind, up along the near side, gets bumped from behind as he goes along the far side. Here's Ross in the corner. He centers it, got a man backhander. What a save by Ferguson. Got the left leg on it. And Dylan Ferguson with a highlight reel save there keeps the game 2-0.
That was a beautiful kick save, and I'll tell you, we really need it now because these guys are running around in their own zone. We can't even get it out of our end.
To the blue line, a man in front again, and the puck is going to roll up along the near side. Lasarchuk goes behind the net, and now Lasarchuk will finally get a hold of it and push the Komets back into the Kalamazoo zone. Comes down into the corner. And it's Catalyst behind the net. Gives it to Sorensen. Sorensen trying to get around Mason Bergh, and he does. He eludes him. Comes right down the middle of the ice. Now moving to the right. Chops it into the Komet zone. Picks it back up. Shot off the glove of Ferguson. And it goes over to the far side to Bowdens. Bowdens on the far boards. And it goes to Verpass. He'll send it into the Kalamazoo zone. It's going to bounce down to Hildebrandt. He'll steer it into the corner. There's Petrozelli all over it. Petrozelli being worked down there in the corner. Come up top of the blue line now. Reddekopp could not hang on to it, and he stops it with a skate. Gets it back to Mason Bergh. Bergh to Petrozelli. Turns around, sends it back in on Hildebrandt. He'll glove it down, and that is the closest the Komets have come to Jake Hildebrandt here in this second period.
Yeah. Definitely need a wake-up call here, but, all right, we got a few minutes in. We survived the onslaught. You knew they were going to come out of the locker room hot, and they did. But, now we got the face-off down here. Let's win this face-off and start putting the pressure back on. They got to stop moving their feet.
Face-off to the left of Hildebrandt. Puck goes along the far side. The Komets get it out, and it goes back into the Komet zone. Here's Gottlieb all the way back to Stewart. Stewart down the middle of the ice, trying to go to Szydlowski, and now to McKenzie. He'll flip it all the way on the near side, goes into the corner, and now played up along the far side. Kalamazoo with the puck again. Sanford will come across the line, gives it up, and now flipped forward, going back behind the net. It's Stewart trying to wheel it up along the boards, and he does, and another icing call coming up. No, waved off. Hildebrandt will play it. He goes into the corner. Here's Ben Wilson back behind the net. We're 6 minutes gone by here in the second period. Still 2-0 Komets. Up along the far side, Sanford will get it into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, here's Ferguson. Backhander along the far boards. It is Stewart into the corner. Sean Szydlowski hesitated a moment, still able to get it over to Stewart. Stewart tries to go to Shaw. It's intercepted, comes in front of the net. Now on the right side, it's Corey Dunn. A shot and a save onto the near boards. Dunn, another shot, a save made by Ferguson. And back on the far boards, Komets can't clear it to the blue line. Shot, save made by Ferguson again, and the Komets up with it. Finally, Brady Shaw on the left side feathers it in all the way down, comes off the wall. That'll be an icing, and I'm not sure what's going on here. It seems like Kalamazoo has been on the power play for the first 6 minutes of this period.
Yeah, the Komets was so hot in the first period. Ferguson basically had the period off, and now it's flip-flop. It seems like he's the only one working out there right now, and it's because of him that we still got a goose egg up on the board. Made some great saves, and he's really moving well between the pipes. He's squaring off. He's just flashing a lot of leather, doing well, but he needs some help, because if they keep this up, he's gonna let one in. I mean, they've already started to outshoot us.
15-13 of the shots on goal. Sean Szydlowski clears the zone, and the Wings quickly bring it back. We got an odd man rush. Sorensen with a shot, and he scores. And you knew that was coming.
Yeah, he was left to hang out to dry. 2-on-0 at that situation, and bang. All right, wake-up call, boys. Let's go.
2-1 now. Komets still have the lead. But you're right, Ferguson has played great, but it's only so many chances Kalamazoo's going to get without scoring. And Sorensen got it right over the gloves. It just snapped one off. And now we are 2-1 here in the second period. And it's almost a situation where Ben Boudreau might need to take a timeout here. Puck is dropped at center ice, and the Komets can't win it. McDonald up along the near side. Komets get it back into the neutral zone. Now Ganley will come across the line. He'll flip it into the Komet zone. Haas goes after it. Goes up along the far side. Now it goes down into the corner. Here's Haas going back behind the net. Haas on the left side to Morrison. Morrison will send it to the center line, and now Rymsha will come across. Rymsha back to Morrison. Morrison puts it right in front. Here's Gallipo's shot. Just missed wide. Rymsha tries to put it back in. It goes up top of the blue line, and the Komets get their first good chance of the second period.
It looks a little better. This is what we saw in the first period, so hopefully they're going to just turn it on right now. They should be well rested. They haven't skated yet.
Morrison will come across the line. Here's Jenks trying to go behind the net. His pass is blocked. And the Wings move it to Sorensen. Soren on the right side. He'll come to the center line. Angles to his left. Comes across the line. Shot and a save by Ferguson. Right into the glove. And that'll get us down to a timeout. A much needed one for the Komets. We'll take a break. 2-1 Komets. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Komets hanging on here in the second period. It's 2-1. Kalamazoo all over Fort Wayne here in the second. 17 shots on goal for Kalamazoo overall. 8 of them has come here in the second period. Out shooting the Komets now, 17-13. As Catalyst lets one rip. Save made by Ferguson. Got the left leg on it. That was a hot shot as the Komets clear the zone. And the Wings go back in their own end. They bank it off the wall. Bouncer to the center line. And it is going to be Taylor. Taylor to the far side. Over to Ganley. Into the Komet zone again. Ganley swings it around to Sorensen. Sorensen tries to poke it upstairs. Picked off by Petruzzelli. Now Petruzzelli will scoop it up. He will get it over to Lasarchik. Lasarchik goes into the corner. He goes back behind the net, looking for a little bit of space. Lasarchik now tries to center it. Gets to Petruzzelli, who tries to tuck it in, and it comes out into the blue paint, and Hildebrand has got to dive out and make a stop. And the Komets now just got to get a little greasy, got to get down there, get to Hildebrand a little uncomfortable, but they got to get into the Kalamazoo zone to do that.
Yeah, finally had some puck control, and the puck control led to zone coverage. And when you get into zone, doing some zone work and can work it down low, like you said, then they can get it into the net and they can start getting something going. We're waiting for that since the first period, so hopefully the light switch is turned on and we can finish strong.
2-1 here in the second. Komets with the lead. Komets to the blue line. Blast by Shaw. That is going to be deflected, and that will get out of play. Komets in town all weekend. We have got a Friday game with the Toledo Walleye. It is Pink the Rink weekend. Komets will be wearing special pink jerseys, and that will be auctioned off, and all the proceeds going to benefit the Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer Research. Friday nights, 8 o'clock against Toledo, and then Saturday against Indy. So a big weekend for the Komets. Get your tickets to the Coliseum Ticket Office. And the Wings come back across the line. Left side. Now Brady Shaw will get a hold of it. He'll skate with it. He'll flip it all the way down. Hildebrand will stop it. He'll chuck it off the wall. Now to the blue line. Here's Stewart with one. And a save made by Hildebrand. That's going to skip and again get into the safety net. So the Komets now starting to pick it up a little bit. They're down in the Kalamazoo zone, getting some chances. And everybody regrouping there on the Komets bench because Kalamazoo, they have come out on fire here in the second period.
Yeah, we've given one up, so we've taken one on the chin, but we're still up by one. Plenty of time to recover in this period. That's 2 good shifts in a row by the Komets. Let's finish it strong.
11:07 to go in the second. Face off to left to Hildebrand. And it goes in the corner to the wings. Skived all the way into the Komet zone, right under the scoreboard. Gallipo will track after it. Now he'll get it to Jenks. Jenks on the left side. Jenks will come across. Jenks now taking a shot. Save made by Hildebrand, and Jenks will get his zone rebound. Goes all the way over onto the far side. Jenks now in the slot. He'll take a shot. Oh, just tipped wide. That hit a defenseman, and it goes into the corner. Here's Morrison. Morrison on the left side. Takes it into the corner. Rymsha now trying to go back to Morrison, who was cut into the net. Just missed him. To the blue line and out. Gallipo after it. And Gallipo going back into the Komet zone. Moving to his left. He's got Morrison wide open on the right wing. Morrison will come across the line. Drew a crowd, and he lost the puck. Far side into the Komet zone. Now Gallipo gets back on the back check. Goes along the far side. Oh, they cough it up in front. Here's a shot. Just high. Morrison on the far side. Takes it off the boards. Not out. Sanford up along the far boards for Kalamazoo. Stick handling around. Gallipo got in his way, but he's able to get it to Ross. Ross will take a shot, and a save by Ferguson. On the far side. Up top to the blue line. Moving it over is Ben Wilson. Top of the right circle. Shot blocked behind the net. We got a penalty called on the Komets. Haas is going to go off. And the way the Komets have been running around in their own end, I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier. Yeah. But Haas is going to go off, and the Kalamazoo Wings will get another power play. Tripping is the call on Haas.
Yeah, he had a guy on his back, and he ended up getting his stick between his legs and flipped him. Not a good time to take a penalty, but, the same token, so these are the kind of things that can pull you out of that funk. If they've got a good kill right now and get some energy off of that, hopefully catch Haas coming out of the box, and, at the end of the power play, they can turn this bad situation into a good situation.
2-1 Komets, third power play of the game for Kalamazoo. Just over halfway done here in the second period. Face off to the right of Ferguson, and Jenks gets it in the corner. Here's Stewart. Stewart will find a gap, and he'll clear it all the way down the length of the ice. Hildebrand comes out. He'll stop it. And the Wings with the puck. And a man advantage. Kovacs on the far side. The Komets get in the way. Here is Bergh. Short-handed, a shot, and it's tipped. Is it in? Score! Yes, it is in. Komets score. It took the official just a second to point it. Bergh cut to the net. It went straight up in the air. It rolled off of the crossbar and then onto Hildebrand's back and in. And that's, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and that's what the Komets got right there.
Well, like I said, it might have sounded stupid when I said we needed a PK to turn us around, but Bergh just made me look good. He came down, got a hold of the puck, got control of it. In fact, I was a little bit concerned that he was coming back into the net as quick as he did, figuring, we want to kill some time because there was nothing but red jerseys around him. And he was able to get that shot in up there, like I said. It looks like
it went off the defenseman. It went off the defenseman. Bergh into the corner. Tho comes down, goes right off of his leg, under the crossbar, off of Hildebrand's back, and it rolls in. And the referee came over, took his time. He saw it was in, immediately pointed it, and the Komets get a short-handed goal to make it 3-1.
Yeah, those are C&I goals right there, off the teapot, into the kitchen, and on into the net.
Yeah, luck plays into this game, and that definitely was a hard break for the Kalamazoo Wings, but good for the Komets. Oh, now this comes off funny off of Ferguson's stick. They almost had a wide open net, but luckily the Komets were there to defend it. And the Wings still on a power play here. Mason Bergh gets credit for that goal. It's a shorthanded goal. As the Wings, again, working on the power play. They come down into the corner. Now it's sent up along the near side, up top of the blue line. It is Ganley, far side shot, and Ferguson snatches it out of the air.
Nice save. That was a tough shot right there because, oh, here we go.
Oh, Matt Bowden's down there. Let's see who he's locked up with. We got everybody grabbing a jersey. Ver passes down there, so is Stewart.
Yeah, nothing coming out of that scrum, but that shot right there was not only a scoring opportunity because it was on net in a scoring position, but it was down low, and Fergie went down and got it with his glove rather than making the kick save. If he had made that kick save, the rebound would have come straight out front, where it would have been a lot of red jerseys and a lot of danger. And he went down with the glove low and scooped it up, and was able to tie the puck up. Good play right there by Ferguson.
1:05 left on the penalty to Kyle Haas. And the linesman and the referee come together. They're going to discuss what the face-off should be. They're going to bring it outside of the line. Near face-off dot in the neutral zone. Taylor and Szydlowski on the face-off. And the drop goes along the near side. It goes back into the Kalamazoo zone. Ganley, he'll possess it. He'll move it forward. His team's still on a power play. Ganley coming across the line. We'll flip it into the corner. Reddekopp goes after it for the Komets. Met there by Ganley. Now it's peeled up along the near side. Sean Szydlowski reaching for it. Catalyst takes it off his stick. Comes to the blue line. Sorensen got turned around. He can't keep it in. Now he'll regress back into the Kalamazoo zone. 37 seconds to go on the power play. 3-1 Komets now. Puck goes along the far side. Here's Reddekopp up along the far boards. Big guy working hard. Gives it a kick and now out of the zone.
Nice work. Nice work.
Down it goes. Hildebrand will stop it. And we get a whistle. We got action going right at the Komet bench. Let's see your Verpass down there and see who he's talking to. Jenks in the middle of that as well. Door is open to the bin for the Kalamazoo Wings. Reddekopp goes in.
Yeah, Reddekopp made a good play, get it out of the zone, and then as he was going back to the bench, he took a stick to the back of one of the Kalamazoo Wings' legs. So obviously they've been having some discussions.
I think it's Catalyst in the box for Kalamazoo. Still 22 seconds remaining on the penalty and to Kyle Haas. So let's see if any additional are going to be handed out. So we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Applebee's Dollar Vodka Strawberry Lemonade is simply delicious and deliciously simple.
That's it? That's the whole script?
Yeah, it's a simple drink.
But we bought a 30-second ad.
We could host a giveaway.
For $1 drink?
Well, $1's $1, Jim.
We're not doing a giveaway.
Oh.
You know, an Applebee's Vodka Strawberry Lemonade does sound amazing.
Oh, look, it's the legal guy.
Applebee's, now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Must be 21 and over. Void where prohibited. Dine-in only. Pricing and hours of availability may vary. Drink responsibly.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Looks like everything will cancel out, so we're going to stay with 19 seconds left on the penalty to Haas and a power play for Kalamazoo. And now we have got an injured player, it looks like, right at the Kalamazoo bench. And it is a Komet. Can't see who that is because it is right in front of us. And it's the linesman that got caught. So the linesman got caught with looks like a puck down there, and now he is down. So we will see if we have to continue with one linesman.
Yeah, they're clearing pass it. Hit it pretty swift.
So the linesman is down. That's the cause for the delay here. And it looks like he got it on the back of the head, maybe. Ooh, that is a rough spot to take the rubber. I think that's Logan Belgraf down there. So the linesman takes a hit, and we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne on 1190 AM, 107.5 FM. Depend on it.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Linesman is injured, and we have got one linesman now and one referee, and still a penalty kill situation for the Komets. Komets clear the zone off the face-off. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Komets up by 2. Wings with the puck along the far side. Diamond Tony backhander coming down into the corner. And now we're back to even strength. The puck comes loose. Gamley goes behind the net. Skating 5-on-5 here. And now Kovacs in the corner. Gets pushed off the play by Jenks. And back up along the near side. Gamley fairly spins around. Gets loose. Here's Diamond Tony with a shot. Knuckled on Ferguson a bit, but he's able to steer it into the corner. Jenks will rim it around into the Kalamazoo zone. And the Wings have it. Edmondson tracks after it. Bad pass. That's going to go all the way down into the Komet zone. And that is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road. Face off coming down into the Kalamazoo zone. Remember this weekend, 2 big games. Toledo in town, 8 o'clock on Friday night. Indy here, 7:30 start time. It is Pink the Rink weekend. Komets will be wearing their especially Vera Bradley jerseys with all of the proceeds from the auction going to the Vera Bradley Foundation for Breast Cancer Research. Friday night is also family 4-pack night. So get to your tickets coming up tomorrow at the Coliseum Ticket Office. Here is a shot that is going to go wide and now into the corner. And the Wings have the puck in their own zone. Corey Dunn will bring it out. Flipped off the wall now down into the corner. Goes Haas. Haas up along the near side, coming to the blue line, and then it's going to be Szydlowski on the left side to McKenzie. Couldn't get it to McKenzie. Now back into the Kalamazoo zone. Pushed hard off the glass, straight up in the air. Knocked down by McKenzie, but it goes to Corey Dunn. And now back into the Kalamazoo zone. Here's Catalyst on the near side. Sends it to the center line. And now a backhander into the Komet zone. Gallipo with it, left side to McKenzie. McKenzie will pick it up along the far side, hits Haas in stride. Haas could not handle the pass. Catalyst gets it back for Kalamazoo. They send it forward, going up along the far side. The Komets back with it again, and everybody trying to get possession of it here in the neutral zone. The Komets finally do. Bowden's on the left side, break into the net. He shoots, just missed it wide. Tried pulling Hildebrand to the left. The Wings with the puck on the far side. A long pass into the Komet zone. It belongs to Gottlieb. Gottlieb goes ahead to Mason Bergh. Bergh to his right. Gonna be chased by Catalyst, but he's going to come across the line. Bergh now far side. Gets spun around, and he lost the puck. Up along the far boards. We got a pile up here in the wing zone. Bowdens gets it out, looking for Petrozelli. Puck is still bouncing around. It goes down into the corner. After to Sanford. Sanford goes in the corner. Back behind the net. Komets center it. It just goes wide. Petrozelli had a chance. Now up along the near side, it belongs to Kalamazoo. They got numbers crossing over the blue line. Big hit by Gottlieb, just enough to pull him offside. And a whistle and a face-off coming up, and we get a timeout as the Komets have flipped it around a little bit here in this second period. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies? It isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
Trash problems, only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty bitty can, just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
5:37 to go here in the second period. Komets lead at 3-1. A power play goal and a shorthanded goal here tonight. Komets with 15 shots on goal. Kalamazoo with 20. And the Wings have got the puck in the neutral zone. Sent all the way around the wall. Comes down into the corner. Here's Verpass. Backhander around the wall looking for Rymsha. Rymsha goes down to Reddekopp in the corner. Now Reddekopp will flip it around. Here's Petrozelli. Petrozelli on the left side. Banks it off the wall. Lasarchuk couldn't handle the pass. Comes up to the blue line. Now the Komets trying to transition. It's going to be Jenks flipping it in off the end wall. And the Wings in after it. To the near side, Taylor lost it to Lasarchuk, puts it out to the blue line. It's Verpass. Pass in front. It goes to Jenks. Shot blocked. And now a long home run pass. Looking for a man sneaking behind the D. It's going to go for an icing. Taylor got behind everybody there for a second. Would have been a break, but missed pass goes for an icing.
So we'll take that break. We've had a very two-sided period here, and the first half wasn't looking really good. Second half, we kind of straightened the ship out a little bit, but we've got some great goaltending out of Ferguson. We got a fortunate bounce from a short-handed situation, and they need to finish strong here in the last 5 of this period and dominate going into the locker room.
Under 5 to go here in the period. Komets up by a pair. And we have got Gottlieb back in the Komet zone. Moving it forward to Szydlowski. Nothing there. He's got to drift all the way back. Looking to reset. Gets it to Chase Stewart. Stewart on the right side. Punches it up along the wall. Grabbed by the Wings, Ganley. Ganley moves it ahead. Diamond Tony will grab the center line. Now he comes into offensive territory. Goes along the far side. Dumps it off the end wall. Ganley still with it up along the near wall. In front of the net. Shot save made. Rebound is going to go in. Ganley gets it. And Ferguson made a great save on the first one, but no one was there to clear the rebound.
No, he had all day standing on the corner by himself, picked up the rebound, and just put it in the back of the net. That's a defensive breakdown right there. You never want to let anybody from the other team have that much real estate in front of your goalie.
So it's 3-2. And you're right, no one was there to pick up Ganley. So back to being interesting. 3-2. 4:24 to go here in the second period. Komets being outshot 22-15. And the puck gets dropped at center ice. Here's Haas whipping it in up along the far side. And now to the far boards, and now into the neutral zone goes Haas. Tries to bank it off the wall near the Komet bench. And now back into the wing zone. Ian Edmondson goes along the near boards. It goes all the way down into the Komet zone. And after it is Gallipo. Gallipo battles with Kovacs behind the net. And the Komets rip away the puck. Onto the near side it goes to Matt Bowdens. Bowdens back over to Gallipo on the right side. He'll come across to Bowdens. Bowdens on the far side, drops it back. Komets. Oh, a bad line change. Rymsha jumps off the bench, and it goes to Haas. Haas will pump it off the wall. And the Komets, Morrison played the puck. He was still on the bench, and the referee blows the whistle. You don't see that very often. Morrison had one leg in the bench, the other one on the ice. He got his stick on the puck, and the referee blows the whistle. And I don't think you can do that.
Yeah.
Gate is open. Oh, they're not going to call something here. So.
Well, I still think they only had 5 guys on the ice.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think it was a 6-man, but you don't see that very often.
More like 4.5.
Right.
But it was unfortunate because they had just gained the zone. They had numbers. They were moving the puck around. They jumped the puck back to the D-man at the point, but he was switching off, and the puck just cleared right out of the zone.
Face-off will be just outside of the Kalamazoo line. 3:36 to go in the period. 3-2 Komets. And the puck goes to Verpass left side. Slams it off the end wall. Comes out in front of the net, but it's picked up by Wilson. Wilson goes behind Hildebrandt. And now he'll scoot up along the near side. Trickling into the Komet zone. Icing will be the call on Kalamazoo. And the Komets need to take advantage of these face-offs in the Kalamazoo zone. Komets just 2 shots on goal here in the second period.
That's it. 2 shots. One of them's a goal on a short-handed situation, on a very fortunate bounce. Definitely have they've slowed things down quite a bit, not to our favor. And, the Kalamazoo was happy to get out of the first period only down by 2. I think the Komets will be real happy if we can maintain this lead the way that's been played in the second period.
On to the far side in the neutral zone. Ross lost it to McKenzie. McKenzie will come across the line. Now it's sent around the wall, and going into the corner goes Brady Shaw. Shaw tries to avoid one man. He's trying to get it back to Szydlowski. Szydlowski spun around, couldn't gain possession of the puck. Goes along the near side in the Kalamazoo zone. Brady Shaw is going to get called here. Hauled down Wilson. And now a delayed penalty. Kalamazoo with the puck in the Komet zone. Into the corner goes Sanford. He sends it around and all the way out. And extra power play time here as Hildebrand has been pulled for the extra skater. And the Wings with all day in their own zone here. Extra attacker is on. Ross. They try and come across the line. Nothing there. Tho is just going to go all the way back into his own end. Komets not attacking here. Komets stand up at the blue line looking to get possession of the puck. Tho sends it back, and the Wings, again, in no hurry. Kovacs all the way back at his own blue line. Reddekopp now tries to press forward. Can't get a hold of it. Sent around the wall. Goes down into the corner. Now it's finally touched up by Verpass. And Kalamazoo going to go on the power play with 2:09 to go in the second. 3-2 Komets.
Yeah, so the end of the first period, it was the 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go with the power play. So here we go with the second period with 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Yeah.
With the power play. It's deja vu all over again. Here we go.
And Shaw going into the box. Another big kill here.
Kind of a weak penalty, but had to be called.
Face-off is dropped, coming up top to the blue line. Tho will hang on to it. Tho now will take a whack at it. Caught up in the chest of Ferguson, makes the save. Goes into the corner. It's tied up down there. Now it's going to pop loose. Goes off of Petrozelli's stick, but it is Diamond Tony sending it around up along the far side, now to the point. Wings with the puck. Down in the corner now, it's Chase Stewart fanned on it. Ross has got it. Ross is going to kick it into the corner. Komets in after it. Up along the near side, it's Jenks. Jenks will free it, and he drops it into the Kalamazoo zone. $1:30 to go here in the second period. Komets still up by a goal, but they are skating a man down. Kalamazoo with the puck, and they come to their own line. Now it's sent back. Nobody home. Diamond Tony's got to go back for it. So the Wings here with some time, but they can't get it out of their end. Trying to get it going is Fairley. Fairley now to his own blue line, moves to his right, sends it back, and it's Sorensen. Bergh all over him. Sorensen can't cross over. And now back in the neutral zone. Now it's Ross with 1 minute to go in the period. Ross will send it around. Ferguson is there. He'll eye it. He'll rim it up along the near side. It comes up to the blue line, and it's Fairley. Fairley on the near side, coming up top of the blue line, moving it over. Shot. It is blocked by Gallipo. Rebound, score. Gallipo blocked the shot, but it went right back to the Wings, and they net the game tire with 44.5 seconds to go.
I tell you, Ferguson's upset with himself. He thinks he should have had that one. I don't know. It was a pretty blistering shot, but he got a good look at it. He got squared up, and it just went under his glove. But, the Komets been playing with fire all period long. They are where they are because of what they've done and what they haven't done. And the difference between the first period and the second period is the Komets were moving their feet. They were skating fast. They had the sticks going at every turn, disrupting everything Kalamazoo was doing. And in the second period, they've just come out flat. So they've got to regroup and come out like they did in the first period and the third.
We're tied at 3 here in the second period. Power play goal for Kalamazoo. Sorensen gets the goal. That's his second of the game. And the face-off now will be in the Kalamazoo zone. 37.9 seconds to go. And it's McKenzie on the face-off. Here's the drop. Comes to Shaw. Shaw now trying to snatch it away. He's able to get to McKenzie now. Szydlowski took a shot, but it was blocked. And now Wilson onto the far side. Komets keep it down there in the corner. Wilson slices it over to Diamond Tony on the near wing. Off the glass, and now brought down by McDonald, who's pushed from behind by Szydlowski. Still able to get it in the Komet zone, however. And now it's going to be bounced back into the Kalamazoo zone with just 10 seconds to go in the period. Coming up along the near side, bouncing all the way down to Ferguson. He'll stop it, and he'll get a glove on it, and a face-off will be happening in the Komet zone here momentarily. 4.8 seconds to go in the second. Komets up 1-0 at the end of one period, up 3-1 at one point here in the second. And the Komets have only mustered 2 shots on goal here in this second period.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for the play of Ferguson early in that period, it could have been a heck of a lot worse right now. So, they need to regroup coming out of this thing. Recognize they got 2 points on the line that they absolutely should not give up and come out on fire in the third period. But they got 4.8. They got to win this draw so that the Kalamazoo can get one last shot.
Face off to the left of Ferguson. And it is Jenks tying it up, getting it to Petrozelli, and there's the horn.
Way to fight out, Jenksy.
So the Komets just with 2 shots on goal here in the second period. And that is the third time this season the Komets have only registered 2 shots on goal during a regulation period. So that certainly is going to have to get better. And like you said, Fred, the Komets came out flat right away, and Ferguson kept them in it that first 10 minutes, but it eventually caught up to him, and now we're going to the third period tied.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 goals that Kalamazoo got were 2 legit goals. And the only reason why we're tied right now is because of the play of Ferguson and the fortunate bounce on the shorthanded situation by Bergh to score one of the 2 shots that they had during the period. So, they absolutely, this is our building. This is third period. It's 2 points on the line. It's a team you should beat. You absolutely should be coming out of that dressing room on fire, just like you did at start the game. Get the feet moving, get the bodies hitting, get the sticks moving, and start running them out of the building like you did in the first period.
Still got 20 minutes to play. We're tied here at the Coliseum. We got the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
Napa know-how. Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features Max Performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit hayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we're in the middle of the second intermission. We are at home, which means it is time for the Kaleidoscope Floor's guest statistician of the game. And if you want to be the next guest statistician of the game, all you have to do is visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and just say that. You want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Winners will be selected. They will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live right here on WoWo, which we are going to do right now with Cale Johnson, our guest statistician of the game. And Cale, you have done this before, am I right?
Yes.
All right, now, first of all, let's review. First of all, how old are you? Where do you go to school?
I am 10 years old and I go to Tenor Elementary.
And how old are you?
I am 10.
10 years old. Okay, Cale, you have got your notes, and you take better notes than me. So I'm going to just go ahead and hand it off to you because I know you're going to nail this because you're probably going to do a better job than me, all right?
Okay.
The fans are going to be saying take over for Shane next time. So go ahead, man. Go for it.
So at the beginning of the first period, we had a power play goal. The first goal scored by number 10, Brady Shaw. And on that, we assisted with number 17, Brad Morrison. And then we had number 14, Brett McKenzie, scored the second goal unassisted. And then the penalties are 92, Zach.
Diamond Tony, that's a tough one.
Diamond Tony, high sticking, 4 minutes double minor. And then number 3, Chase Stewart, 2 minutes interference. And then 15, Eric Catalyst.
There you go.
2 minutes slashing. And then 17, Brad Morrison, 2 minutes stripping. And that's the end of the first period. Going into the second, we had number 74, Tanner Sorensen. The first goal for the Wings, and that was their shot 16. And then goal 3 for the Komets, number 29, Mason Bergh, unassisted goal and was shorthanded, first team shot. And then number 11, Austin Farley, second goal. And then number third goal, 73, Tanner Sorensen. And then with the Wings' first goal, Garrett Ross and number 38, Dan Corey, assisted with that. And then number 81 and
You got it. Let's go to the shots on goal. How many do the Komets have there in the game so far?
Total Komets are with 15, but in the total second period, they only had 2. The Wings, with a total of 24, got 15 shots in the whole second period.
There you go, and that's how it is done. If you want to be the next guest statistician of the game, just go to Kaleidoscope Floors on Twitter and Facebook and just tell them that, and you can be just like Cale up here in the press box, and you did another excellent job, my man. Thank you so much. All right, we'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
When you're in pain from an orthopedic injury, muscle or joint issues, or sports injuries, you want treatment right away. You want Parkview Ortho Express, our orthopedic walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without a referral or appointment. From sprains and strains to broken bones to neck and back pain, Parkview Ortho Express is here to help with diagnostics, x-rays, treatment, and referrals. All in one location at Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in anytime Monday through Thursday from 7 to 7, Friday 7 to 5, or Saturday 8 to noon. Parkview Ortho Express. Same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without an appointment. Visit Parkview Ortho Express at the south entrance of Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. To learn more, call 260-266-4007 or visit parkview.com/Ortho Express.
Komets Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Komets provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Komets Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We're in the middle of the second intermission. The Komets and Kalamazoo, they are tied at 3. Komet fans rushing to one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations, one on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or at MattressWarehouseFW.com. Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight. Komets back in action this weekend. We have got Pink the Rink. Komets will be wearing specially pink jerseys all weekend as Toledo is in town on Friday night. And then Saturday, we will see the Indy Fuel, and Friday night, that's a chance to eat free walleye. The Fish House right down the street from the Coliseum. Want to give you free walleye when the Komets beat the walleye at home this season. Just take your ticket stub to the Fish House for a free walleye appetizer with the purchase of any regular entree. We'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, 3-3 is our score going to the third period. Every week we've got a new episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast, and this week's we have got Max Gottlieb on the show. If you want to check out all the episodes, just go to Komets.com and click on Fan Zone, and then go to the podcast or go to Apple Podcasts as well. We'll take another quick break, come back, and we'll pick up the discussion with Max Gottlieb from this week's episode of the Komets podcast. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned, with convenient hours, 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
This time I was bleeding out inside, and I had no idea. And I got off the ice, and everyone came down to the locker room who's in the stands, my parents and whoever else, and like my skin went pale because I was losing blood.
Yeah.
Then I ended up kind of passing out and took me to the hospital, and they were almost going to operate and just remove it or repair it. But it started to heal. So thankfully no needle or didn't go under the knife, which was nice.
Oh, wow.
So that was the worst one. And then the shoulder was my first year junior, just a classic hit. And, the usual.
So 13, having a lacerated spleen.
Yeah, potentially life-threatening.
Yeah.
Pretty serious. And
you still played hockey after that?
Yeah, that didn't deter me. No. At that point, it was hockey or nothing. So I had to stick with it.
What did your mom and dad say? Oh, maybe you should, pick up tennis or something?
Well, my mom's two brothers played football in college, so they're both quarterbacks. So she naturally wanted me to go into football. My dad didn't want anything to do with that. I did it in middle school for 1 year, ran the ball, rolled my ankle. Dad said, "That's it." So
lacerated spleen. That's okay.
Yeah, the spleen's good. It's just sometimes I wish I tried it out a little bit longer, started earlier, just because I enjoy watching it so much, and I don't know. I feel like if I committed to that weightlifting regimen, I'd fare pretty decently. But other times when you see the hits those guys take, hockey's brutal, but football, they gotta watch out for their long-term health.
It's just you can't get over how big some of those guys are and how fast they are.
Yeah. They're freaks of nature.
Yeah. so no football for you.
No.
So from New Jersey, so you're like in between New York and Philly. So you're a New York or a Philly fan?
So my parents originally are from New York.
Okay.
Dad's from the Bronx, mom's from Brooklyn. And they liked football and baseball. Growing up, my dad was a Jets fan.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. And then Rangers, I think. My mom was a Giants.
Yankees fan.
Yankees.
Those go together.
Yeah. That's the thing out there. It's like you have groupings of teams. You can't cross. You can't cross over.
No.
Can't cross the sauce.
Because the Giants used to play in Yankee Stadium. And the Jets used to play at Shea. So
Right. So and me growing up in that house, I actually took a liking more for the Yankees and the Jets, so I did. I did cross back then.
That's something that could get you, kicked out of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, but New York sports were good back then. The Jets were a fun team to watch. I remember, and the Yankees are the Yankees. I remember watching the Randy Johnson duels with the Diamondbacks, World Series games there on TV with my parents. So it was a lot of good sports memories.
Yeah.
Nowadays, though, it's just the Yankees holding everything together out there. The Jets and Giants are, trying to figure it out. But
my best friend lives in Basking Ridge.
Oh yeah,
that's far away.
So I actually went to school at Pingree. If you've heard of Pingree, it's a private school, and it's in Bernardsville, Basking Ridge kind of area. Yeah. So I started going there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's like 40 minutes away, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. No, my best friend, he lived on Staten Island for a long time.
Okay.
I would go out and visit him all the time. Originally from Brooklyn.
Okay.
But then he moved to Indiana for some reason. That's where we met, and then he moved back to Staten Island. Then he moved to Bayonne for a couple of years.
Yep. Nice.
Finally likes Basking Ridge.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
Yeah. So did you go back and forth to the city a lot?
Not too often. Just now and then during the holiday season when I was home.
Yeah.
I'd go skate. We did a skate at Bryan Park. My parents, and then
did you go to Rockefeller Center? Do that?
Yeah. Did all that, and then a recent memory was nice. We went to a steakhouse.
Max Gottlieb from this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast. We'll play a little bit more of that coming up Friday night and Saturday night. But if you want to hear the whole episode, just go to Komets.com, go to Fan Zone, and click on the podcast, or go to Apple Podcasts as well. 3-3 is our score. We're going to the third period here at the Coliseum. Komets in Kalamazoo. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal. Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals. Now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBDRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
O'Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Komet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Tied at 3 here in the third period. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. Komets 15 shots on goal. Kalamazoo with 24. We start off the third period 5-on-5. And let's see if the Komet team from the first period shows up here in the third as Sorensen takes along the far side in the neutral zone. Now it's chopped up to the center line. And now Sorensen will bat it right back into the Komet zone. It comes down into the corner. Here's Haas behind the net being chased, sent around the wall on the near side to Gallipo. Gallipo over to Haas. Haas in the corner takes it off the wall, looking for Brady Shaw. This goes all the way down. No icing, waved off. Hildebrand comes out. And now the Wings with the puck on the near side. Flipped all the way down. It comes off the end wall. And now into the corner. Komets with it. It's fair pass. Finding a man. It's Rymsha. Rymsha comes across the line. Nothing there. And the Wings back with it. Left side, Diamond Tony. He'll pitch it forward. Comes down on the near side wall, and now after it, Komets with it. Reddekopp will steer it over to Rymsha. Rymsha, cross-rink pass over to Lasarchik off the wall. He'll catch it. Coming across, taking a shot. Missed it on the stick side. Back on the near wall, coming into the corner. It is fairly for the Wings. Lost it to Reddekopp at the blue line. Now Lasarchik with it. Here's a turnover, and a shot, and a save made by Hildebrand. Goes into the corner. Petrozelli all over the puck. Up along the far side. Now Jenks comes in, hits his man hard, comes up along to the blue line. It's a bouncer, and the Komets with it. Here is Lasarchik on the right side, takes a shot, deflected into the corner, and now Petrozelli on the far side. He's got a man on him. Puck is gonna just get loose along the far side, and the Wings will creep it back into the Komet zone. Sent back up along the near wall, and now up top to the blue line. It's gonna be pitched back into the Wings zone. Komets looking better here in the third period. Still tied at 3. Here is Thope wheeling it up along the left side here in his own end. Moves it. And now it's going to come off the stick of Mason Bergh. Back up along the near side. It is Max Gottlieb. He'll send it over on the far side. And it's Matt Bowdens. Bowdens up along the far side. Gets past one man, but will not get past a second. The puck goes in the corner to Mason Bergh. Bergh up top of the blue line. Got his pocket picked. And now Bergh has got to race back. Bergh has got it in the Komet zone. Look out. He's going to get it over to Stewart. Stewart banks it off the end wall. And now on the far side to Gottlieb. Gottlieb trying to go to Brady Shaw. It'll go all the way down. No icing. Getting to the puck first to Sean Szydlowski. Szydlowski behind the nets. He rolled off his stick and now sent all the way onto the near side. The left wing it goes. Coming to Sean Szydlowski. Tied up along the near side. Brady Shaw comes in to help him out. Now Szydlowski gets it free. Up along the far side. Here's Haas. His shot is going to go wide. And Szydlowski goes down into the corner. Tied up with Garrett Ross. Now behind the net. In front now. And it's poked away. away, and it's going to get loose. Nice play there by Brendan Sanford. Komets would have had a great scoring chance right in front of the net. McKenzie takes a wide turn with it, goes along the left side. He'll send it back into the Kalamazoo zone. It goes back behind the net. And now spinning around. That is 14, Ben Wilson. Wilson on the left side will come up along the left wing, and Sanford backhands it into the Komet zone. Behind the net, here's Reddekopp along the far side. His pass is blocked, and now it comes into the corner. Wings with the puck behind the net. They put it out in front, and it's grabbed by Morrison. Morrison moves it forward. Reddekopp on the right side. His pass is picked off, but he's able to get it back. Going back into the Komet zone. And the pace we had in the first period is now repeating itself here in the third. Puck coming up to the center line, and the Wings are going to get it across. Here's Taylor over on the left side. McDonald going to go into the corner. Left it there for Sorensen. Reddekopp is able to move it along the near side to Rymsha, and the Komets are able to bust it out. Verpass backhander all the way down, goes off the paddle of Hildebrand's stick, and now he'll swing it around up along the near side. Up to the blue line. Sorensen will give it a tap back to Edmondson. Now Sorensen has it in the Kalamazoo zone. Edmondson on the left side. His pass going to go all the way down to Ferguson. He'll stop it with the blade of his stick. He'll hand it off, and the Komets rush down the right side. Here's Gottlieb. Gottlieb got it taken away right at the center line. Kovacs will come across, gets past Bergh. He drops it in the corner. Here's Petrozelli. Swipes it around the wall, and the Komets get possession of it again. Chase Stewart off the wall. Far side, Komets come across here. And Mason Bergh going after it behind the net. Beaten to the punch. Swung up along the near side. Stewart takes his man off the play. Now into the corner. Petrozelli couldn't quite handle it. And now sent up top to the blue line, where it is grabbed by Diamond Tony. He'll flip it in on Ferguson. Makes the easy stop, and it goes into the corner. Back behind the net, it's Mason Bergh. Bergh on the far side. He'll flip it out all the way down. And Hildebrand, he'll have to make a play on it. So end-to-end hockey here in the third period. 5 minutes have passed. We're still tied at 3. Canley will come across. Here's a shot that will find its way into the safety screen. And what a start to this period, Fred. Back and forth.
I didn't think they were going to give you a break.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get a whistle at all there in this third period, but
much better. You know, maybe it's just this side of the ice they have.
Yeah, maybe
is the magic or something, because this is a completely different period again. We're back to the first period. They're doing the exact same thing they did in the first period. They're moving their feet. They're getting the sticks on the puck. They're collapsing back on defense. It's a whole different team. So I'm assuming the things got hot in the locker room in between, you know, and maybe the paint's peeling off after only getting 2 shots and giving up a goal at the end of the period. But here we go.
Komets got numbers. They cross over the line. Here's McKenzie over. Shot, score! Brady Shaw, his second of the game. And a beautiful passing play. Breakout by the Komets. And it is 4-3.
That's what we were expecting saw in the first period. That's what we expected in the second, and that's what we're getting in the third. Beautiful play, 3 across, passing the puck from right side of the rink to the left, making the goalie move, ended up with a beautiful shot into the net. Goaltender didn't have a chance on it.
Beautiful setup by McKenzie and a great finish by Brady Shaw. And it's 4-3 here in the third. Komets regain the lead.
Yep, Szydlowski headman in the puck to McKenzie, as you said, then over to Shaw. Beautiful.
Komets regain the lead as Sean Szydlowski gets the other assist. And the Wings come into their own zone along the far side. Comes up top into the blue line. And here's a shot through some traffic. Doesn't get through. Now it goes on the far face-off down, and the Wings clear the zone. Sanford going after it. Goes down into the corner. And back behind the net. It goes Gallipo. Pitches it up along the far side. Now they put it out in front. Look out. Komets are there, and we got a penalty. Komets. Haas is going to pick one up. Interference will be the call. And Haas not happy with it because the man was right in front of the net. And it looks like Haas got there right when the puck did. So,
yeah. Again, another very questionable call. I mean, not that there wasn't contact, but it's a hockey play. You know, that wasn't a dirty play. That wasn't, in my mind, it wasn't a penalty at all. That was just purely a hockey play. 2 bodies coming together at the point of the puck.
And Haas was livid, but he's got to go have a seat. So another power play for Kalamazoo. So the face-off will be in the Komet zone. Gonna go to the right of Ferguson. Here's a shot. Ferguson will make the save. We go into the corner fairly after it. Up along the far side. Wings here working on another power play. Puck goes behind the net. 4-3 Komets. Wings with it to the blue line. Ganley. Near side point, that's Fairley. Now Boak on the far side, tipped by Stewart, but can't get it out. Back over to Fairley, top of the left circle. Sneaks in, cross rink shot, just missed wide. That's going to get out of play. And the Komets here, got to be very, very careful. It is a very delicate ecosystem right now, if you will.
Yeah, I'm able to get the stick on a couple of those cross-ring passes and break up the bang-bang play, which is what the Komets just scored on. And so if they can keep the sticks moving and keep on disrupting the passes, that by the time they recover, that gives Ferguson enough time to square up and be ready for the save, just like he was.
Here's the drop. The Komets get to it. Down the length of the ice. And it's fairly back behind the net, being pursued by Bergh and picked up by Bowdens. Here's Bowdens shorthanded. Bowdens with it, comes all the way on the near side.
Skate with it.
Yep, he draws two attackers, gets a divert pass. Now the Komets can play a little keep away. They drop it into the wing zone. Komets drop back, now onto the far side. We're down to 1 minute to go on the penalty kill. Kovacs sends it back up along the left side, and it will be Fairley bringing it across, but Bergh picks his pocket. Now Bergh racing down the middle of the ice, short-handed, what a move! Oh, Bergh almost had a shot off, but Tho reaches back, takes it off his stick, and now Fairley brings it back into the attacking zone, into the corner. Fairley gets decked on the play by Reddekopp, and the puck goes along the far side. Here's Sean Szydlowski with it, short-handed, coming across the line. Szydlowski drop back. Here's Reddekopp, overshot. Oh, Brady Shaw had a chance on a one-timer, and he fanned. Shaw with it. Oh, gives it up to Kovacs. And Reddekopp maybe should have taken that shot, but he set up Shaw beautifully, and Shaw just mistimed it. And the Wings with the puck, still on a power play for 13 more seconds. Kovacs sends it back up along the near side. Down to 6 seconds to go on the penalty kill, and thank you, the Wings will clear it themselves. Up to the center line, it will be Kalamazoo with the puck. We're back to even strength.
Good kill.
Here's Stewart coming across the line to Morrison. Morrison with a little dangle. Shot and a save by Hildebrand. Morrison picks it up the puck. He goes into the corner over to Rymsha. And Rymsha down there with Morrison. And no one wins that battle. It's Catalyst coming away with it. Catalyst will receive it. And Sanford will come across the line. Back to 5-on-5 here. And here's a quick shot. Bouncer to Ferguson. Able to cover it up. And we have got our first time out of the third period. Komets lead at 4-3. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on Whoa.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Komet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous bloomin' onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
4-3 Komets coming out of the timeout. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean taking you through this one. Another tight one. The Komets have played an awful lot of these this season. 1-goal games this year. The Komets are 10-6-8, and we've got another one cooking right now. 4-3 Komets, 11:40 to go. Third period. Face off. Oh, we'll have to do it again. And Rymsha, he came right out of there. He was streaking down the middle of the ice as the puck came to Reddekopp. He was waiting for the pass, but the linesman blew the whistle. We'll do it again. Jenks wins it back to Ferguson. He'll stop it. And now onto the near side to Rymsha. Rymsha will get it to Morrison. Morrison will come across the line. And now a quick one. Shot score! Deflected! It's Rymsha's going to get the goal. And 2 bounces here tonight go the way of the Komets. That one was deflected straight up in the air. Hildebrand had no idea where it was. It dropped behind him and in the net.
Shane, you remember all those games back in November where the puck was not bouncing our way?
That's right.
The gods, the hockey gods are making it happen tonight. They're catching up. What a beautiful opportunity right there. Rymsha, great play, made the shot, but bouncing off of ping pong again.
I think it's Jenks who's going to get the goal.
Did he get a stick on the end?
Let's see. It was Morrison to Rymsha, and Jenks was just coming in. It went off Jenks' chest and in. So puck luck happening here tonight. And Hildebrand shaking his head on that one. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about a couple of those here tonight. Komets are up by 2 again here in the third. And the Wings have the puck in their own end. Here's Bergh up along the far side. Bergh trying to center it, and the Wings come away with it. And the puck comes over to Sorensen. Shot just missed high. Back on the far side to the blue line. And now it's going to be blocked up along the far side to Catalyst. Catalyst coming up to the blue line to Tho. Tho top of the left circle takes a shot. It's blocked. And now down below the goal line, it's McDonald. McDonald tries to get it over to Sorensen, and he does. Slaps it over to Catalyst. Catalyst now to the point. Here's a shot. And the Komets need to watch out here. The Wings are buzzing around. McDonald goes behind the net, being chased by Verpass. And McDonald still on the puck. Far boards to Sorensen. Sorensen gets it back to McDonald in the corner. Here's a shot. Missed wide. Back on the left side we come to the blue line, and the Komets get it out. Here's Lasarchuk all by himself. He is going to get it back to Hildebrand. He will poke it over on the right side of Catalyst. Him and Lasarchuk come together. And now Lasarchuk got cross-checked there, and now him and Catalyst exchanging slashes. And the play will continue. They enter the Komet zone. Shot and a save. And now going into the net. Haas takes his man, and the net is dislodged, and we get a whistle. And now Haas, let's see who he's got. And looks like they might start throwing. Nope. Linesman gets in between him and Sorensen. And look at Sorensen. He's got Haas in a scissor lock. And Sorensen now will release Haas, and we'll see if anything comes of this. So we're picking up the physical play a little bit. The referee, to his credit, let Lasarchuk and Sorensen kind of handle things behind the play there. They both exchanged slashes, and he let them go because it was so far behind the play. So the net was dislodged. We'll have to reset that. Komets lead it 5-3 here. And that last goal is going to go to Rymsha. Apparently it did not go off of A.J. Jenks. So 9:54 to go in the third. Komets push that lead back up to 2. And we'll have a face-off in the Komet zone.
Shay, that was a great play by Lasarchuk on that. He was all alone in a line shift, but he was continuing to race towards the puck, to feed off of it, and just create havoc. And the play before that, Petrozelli again into the corner, took the man. Bergh was able to get the puck. So that's the energy we had in the first. That's what we need now.
Szydlowski goes down low to Brady Shaw. Shaw behind the nets, trying to put it in front, looking for McKenzie. Broke it up, and it goes behind the net. And it's Fairley getting it up along the far side. Wings with the puck. Diamond Tony to Fairley over his stick, and now back in the Komet zone. Gallipo behind the net. Sends it over on the far side. Flipped along the far boards. Held up right there at the Komet blue line. And McKenzie will backhand it into the wing zone. And icing will be the call on. Yeah.
I don't understand.
I thought the same thing.
Over the red line.
Yeah. And I think maybe Komet bench is telling that as well, but it'll go as an icing. And the face-off will be in the Komet zone to the right of Dylan Ferguson, who's played well.
I'd like to see that one on replay.
Well,
he was like a foot over the line.
It seemed like that to me, too, but here's the drop. Catalyst will send it behind the net. Here's Gallipo. Gallipo goes into the corner. And up along the near side, Sean Szydlowski peels away from everybody. And he sends it back into the Kalamazoo zone. Wings with it in their own end up along the left side. And back into the Komet zone. Behind the nets. Chase Stewart is met there. Catalyst with it. Tries to put it in front of the net. Now Catalyst with it again. Goes down into the corner. Here's a shot. It is blocked. And back below the goal line, it's Chase Stewart. Stewart's trying to rim it around. Comes off the wall. Catalyst stepping up. Runs into Sean Szydlowski. And the puck is now tangled up along the near side. And the referee blows the whistle. I think playing the puck with the hand on Kalamazoo. So that'll move the face-off outside the zone. And we've got 8:36 to go here in the third. Komets being outshot here 30-21.
But let's look at the bright side, right? We've got 6 shots in this period compared to 2
That's right. You're going in the right. You're trending in the right direction. Komets also with a couple goals here in the third. That's the most important thing.
Right.
Puck comes across the line in the Komet zone. Here's Chase Stewart. Stewart over to Morrison. Morrison coming across the line. Morrison to the blue line. Moving on the far side. Look at the puck handling skills by Morrison. He's able to drop it into the corner, and it goes to Tho. Tho on the far side. Rymsha hits his man off the puck, and we go back behind the net. Stepping up along the near side. Here's Chase Stewart with a big hit, and the puck is going to squirt loose. Uh-oh, we got a 3-on-1 in front. Sorensen shot. They scored. Taylor will get it. And we've got a 1-goal game again, and extras going on at the end of the play. Chase Stewart with a big hit down here on the near side in the Kalamazoo zone. And not sure where the breakdown was there, but you just blinked, and Kalamazoo had a 3-on-1.
Yeah, Chase ended up standing up to his man when there was too many red shirts in the neutral zone. So it was a good hit. It was a good play, but he didn't have enough troops backing him up, if you will. So hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
He probably should have let him go.
5-4 is the game right now. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
We got 4-on-4 hockey. We had some penalties tacked on at the end of that play. It is Rymsha and Sorensen going in the box. So we got some extra room out there. And it's a 1-goal game again. Petrozelli coming across the line, taking a shot, and just wide of the net. I think Hildebrand got a piece of it with the glove. Now cutting in the net. Here is Bergh. Can he take a shot? No, it's blocked by Diamond Tony. And Diamond Tony now spins around. He goes behind the net. And up along the left side, he gets it into the Komet zone, trying to get around. Reddekopp goes down into the corner. Fur pass meets him there. It is poke checked along the near side. Lasarchik with it. Now he's pinned up along the near side, and it comes loose to Tho. Tho at the blue line. Sends it into the corner. Now Reddekopp goes behind the net. Goes up along the near side. Reddekopp sends it back. And now it'll be Lasarchik up along the far boards. Now Verpass goes behind the net. Under 7 to go here in the third. 5-4 Komets. Komets with the puck in their own end. They'll bring it out. Gallipo on the right side. Gallipo to the center line. Going over on the far boards. Komets coming across. Here's a shot. That's blocked and getting out of play.
Yeah, I think that last opportunity, Reddekopp actually batted the puck in the air and able to redirect it.
6:37 to go in the third. 4-on-4 we skate. Another intense game here. We had a beauty down in Indy yesterday. That was the final score in the morning skate with Indy. That's what we are right now, 5-4. Here's the drop in the Kalamazoo zone. Komets cannot corral it. And it's Wilson going behind the net. Here is Tho. Tho in the corner. Sends it up along to Taylor. Taylor will send it in off of his stick. It goes down off the end wall here in the corner. On to the near side. Tho is stepping up, trying to bank it off the wall, and he does. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald trying to spin around. Jenks not fooled. He's got the puck, and he gets it back to Max Gottlieb. Gottlieb on the far side. His pass is blocked by McDonald. Now Morrison with it. He'll scoot it over quickly to Jenks. Jenks will come across the line, taking a shot, and a save by Hildebrand. And Hildebrand taking no chances. He'll take the whistle, and we've got 2 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4.
Yeah, especially with those guys coming out of the box like that. It was a good idea for his sake to be able to tie it up. Jenksy with a good shot on him, but no rebound.
Face off to the left of Hildebrand. And McKenzie will take the face off.
We're going to watch him coming out of the box, the way this puck bounces when it goes over to the Komets side of the ice.
Puck goes into the corner. Everybody comes out of the box. And comes to the blue line, skips over the stick of Stewart. And the Komets going back in their own end. Under 6 to go. And up along the far side, it's going to be sent around, and Szydlowski goes after it into the corner. Szydlowski up along the wall, lost it to Kovacs, and Kovacs will get it out over onto the far boards. And coming to the center line, the Komets bat it right back in. Wings with the puck in their own end. It's Ganley. Dropping it up along the left wall to Fairley. Cross-ring pass to Catalyst. Catalyst on the right side. And they'll come across. Here's Fairley. Drop it to Kovacs. Kovacs got it tangled up right at the dot there on the right side. And the Komets come away with it. It is Haas. Haas on the far side will come across the line. Here's a shot. It goes off the blocker of Hildebrand and into the corner. Haas down there with Diamond Tony. It's going to be sent around the wall and back up along the near side. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in the third. Back into the Komet zone. Now it's Mason Bergh. Bergh back over to Bowdens. Bowdens on the right side, trying to go down run defender. Oh, he's taken off the puck by Diamond Tony. Komets got to hustle after it. Verpass gets over there, and now Bowdens possesses it again. He lost it. Here's a shot. What a save. And the puck is loose, just rolls wide. Dylan Ferguson with a game saver there. Puck goes down into the corner. Goes off the side of the net. Now up along the near wall. Another shot. Save made by Ferguson behind the net. Petrozelli scoops it up. And Petrozelli on the far side will flip it into the Kalamazoo zone. Goes down into the corner. Edmondson goes in after it. Sent up along the far side. And it's Corey Dunn. Dunn gets it to the blue line, but not out. Komets with it. Over right side. Cross-break pass tipped. Looking for Bergh was Petrozelli. Behind the net. No, behind the goal line, rather. Up along the far side. And now it's going to be played forward left side. Sanford. Sanford backhands it all the way into the Komet zone. Comes off the end wall. Ferguson rims it around up along the far side. Gottlieb has got it to Jenks. Jenks, left wing, coming across the line. Shot, just missed it. Rymsha with a shot, and it goes right behind the net. Jenks thought he had one. Now Lasarchuk in front, shot, just missed wide. Back on the near side, and now the Komets putting it to Kalamazoo, but gotta get one in here. Into the corner, here's Lasarchuk. Lasarchuk behind the net. Rymsha trying to cut in front. He takes a shot. It goes high. Back on the near side, and it's going to get out. What an exchange there. Don't know how that puck stayed out.
Man, I'll tell you, 3 point-blank opportunities. Great puck movement by the Komets. You know, best defense is a good offense. They can't score if it's not in their zone.
Here is McKenzie now. Turn it on. Here's a shot. Save. Lasarchuk got locked up on the rebound. Puck batted out of midair and back into the Komet zone. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the third. Komets lead at 5-4. Puck along the far side. It is going to be all the way into the corner. And the Komets won a penalty there. Szydlowski was hauled down. The puck comes into the Komet zone. Left side, Taylor. Here's a shot. Missed it on the stick side. Rims out to Szydlowski. Szydlowski will feed Brady Shaw. Shaw goes into the corner. Diamond Tony cuts him off. Now he sends it around the wall. And now coming to the blue line. Kalamazoo coming across left side, and it's Reddekopp off the wall. Coming to the blue line. Reddekopp has got it again. Big guy looking for some space. Takes it up along the near side. Haas battles for it up along the near boards, and it's going to go back to Sorensen.
Smart play, playing it off the boards instead of turning it into traffic.
Sorensen will take a shot, goes off the glove of Ferguson. Chopped out by Bowdens up along the far side. Now it's going to be chipped into the corner. Back behind the net, scooped around by Verpass on the near side. Tho will step up, gets it into the corner. Keep an eye on Hildebrand for the extra skater. Here is Shaw, banking it off the glass. And now into the Kalamazoo zone. Wilson goes after it. He goes behind the net. Wilson sets up behind Hildebrand with a lot of room. Kovacs on the left side makes the turn, scoots it forward and into the Komet zone. It goes off the end glass and out of play with 1:42 to go in the third. And the face-off should come outside of the Komet line.
If the Komets can keep the pressure that they're doing right now, keep the puck down the end, then Hildebrand can't get off the ice and give them the extra attacker, which would be the third end of last 2 minutes of the period.
Which they had a power play, yes, the first two periods.
So the Komets have been playing a good third period, very solid, get the legs moving, a lot of energy. They just got to finish it up, finish strong here. We've got 1:42 left.
Here's the drop. It goes along the far side. Sarchik will grab it. He'll flip it in. It's going to bounce down to Hildebrand. He'll kick it aside into the corner. And Rymsha after it for the Komets. It goes behind the net. And now the Wings have it. Catalyst with it with 1:26 to go. Here's Kovacs. He'll move it ahead. Keep an eye on Hildebrand. They come across the line. Now it rolls into the corner. And the Wings with it. And Hildebrand comes out to the hash marks, goes along the far side. Now Hildebrand is coming off the ice. Extra skater is on. Komets trying to possess the puck in the corner. Center around, back behind the net. Here's Taylor up top to the blue line. And now pitched up along the near side into the corner. It's Gallipo with 1 minute to go. Gallipo behind the net to Haas, trying to find a spot. Goes up along the far side, and it's held in. Reaching forward with Sarchik. Now the Komets get it. They can't get it out. It goes back behind the net. Wings with it. Up along the near side, it's Ganley. He'll hang on to it, down to 41 seconds. And now Rymsha has it, backhander, not out of the zone. They keep it in. Now up along the near side, Rymsha with a second effort will get it out. The puck is going to creep towards the empty net. Not enough steam on it, and the Wings have it with 30 seconds to go. Tho at his own blue line. Again, empty net, left side into the Komet zone. It's going to come down into the corner and chopped at by Verpass along the far side. That gets out. 15 seconds to go in the third. The Wings with it. Edmondson all the way back onto the far side, takes it off the wall, and McKenzie is there. Now far side to Shaw. Shaw with a chance will come across the line, drops it off, and now along the far side it's broken up down to 1 second, and there's the game. The Komets will hang on. 5-4 is your final score. And again, gritty effort. Oh, look at this. Reddekopp at the end of the game. He exchanges spears, and now we've got all kinds of chaos going on. We're down here in the Komet zone. Everybody is off the bench, and everybody has got a hold of a jersey. Kyle Haas in the middle of that. And, of course, they're going to get Kyle Haas out of there. Max Gottlieb grabbed a hold of him and got him out of there in a hurry. But both teams, everybody out on the ice. Jenks and Ganley talking. And now the linesman gets in between them. Cooler heads will prevail. Chase Stewart, he wants a piece of somebody. He has got his gloves ripped off. Helmet is off and everything. And Stewart just came off that big 6-game punishment. Got to be careful. And we're still talking. Now Sean Szydlowski is in on it. And now we have got all kinds of action. Haas is down there. He has got to go. He has got a hold of Ben Wilson. And Haas takes down Wilson. And Haas pounding away at Wilson. Linesman gets in between them. Everybody's still on the ice. The game has concluded. Verpass is being directed to the dressing room. And again, more going on. It's Jacksonville Part 2.
Yeah, we're like seconds away from a good old-fashioned Donnybrook.
And Kyle Haas, he is still hot. He gets up, and he still wants a piece of Wilson.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And Haas playing up to the home crowd here. And I'm not sure what started this. Reddekopp, looks like him and one of the wings maybe exchanged spears right there at the tail end, right when the horn sounded. And that's when everything broke up. And now A.J. Jenks, he's there directing traffic, trying to tell Kalamazoo to get off the ice.
And I witnessed at least 4 or 5 different really dirty little moves by Wings players, some sparing going on. And Szydlowski was jabbed a couple of times. I expected him to go. And, they just take exception to it. It's like, all right, we're going to do what we need to do, win the game, put the 2 points in the bank. But we're going to let you know you can't get away with that. So little policeman action at the end of the game.
A big win and a lot of action at the end of this contest. The Komets, a big one. 5-4 is your final score. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Hey, life is crazy fast. Fuel up right with Fresh Fit sandwiches at Subway restaurants.